That's what happened to all of it.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Welcome back, everyone, to I'm all frazzled. To Cursed Vistani, episode 45.
Poor meteor.
Baby troubles.
Daddy
He
duty.
did not want to stay asleep. So when last we left off, you guys had a little heist going on.
And it went
A
really,
little?
really well.
It
Yeah.
went fantastic.
It was amazingly well. We didn't even have to use our backup plan.
Yeah, you guys were able to get in and get out without being seen, theoretically.
And we didn't even have to get a job.
You didn't have to get a job. Okay.
All
Get
it
in,
took
get
was
out, get a
3
job.
bardic inspirations on my part.
Mm-hmm.
It was great.
Yeah, you guys rolled fantastically last time. Like in the 30s to 40 range
Mhm.
every time.
Pass without a trace helped.
Yes,
Ye-
Pass Without a Trace definitely helped. And you
Yep.
guys ended up looting over 50,000 gold.
Yes,
Yeesh.
it was a lot of loot.
Mm-hmm.
That butter knife
You
came in
guys-
handy.
It really did.
Moved camp, and that is where we're picking up. You guys have long rested.
Yep.
Yep.
The
Any
meteor
gold has been divvied up.
My
never
HP is finally
considered.
back to normal after my weird dream.
Yes.
I don't think we actually divvied up the gold.
Well, it's there as an option if we
Yet.
wanted to.
Yeah.
I've listed out what everyone's share is. When you want
Yeah.
it, tell me and I'll subtract it out of the total.
Yeah, Callan's leaving his share in there.
For now, I will too, I think.
I think everyone's leaving their share in there for the moment. I know how much everyone's entitled to, so.
I
So
track mine on my character, but just leave it all in the bag. That way I know how much I have to spend.
sorry, Dale, what did I never consider?
I bet you never considered us using the butter knife to do something like that.
Oh, no, not at all.
Uh-huh.
In this wood fortress with a wood floor on.
Did you
I never
anticipate
considered
us
you
trying to
using
go
this
from
for
the...
cutting wood.
Did you
Yeah.
anticipate us trying to go in from below?
Yes, that's why there was traps down there. That's the entire reason there was traps down there.
I need a user.
But then you rolled like insanely high to spot them. So,
I'll be right
What do you
back
guys
one
like to do?
second. Apparently, my Discord audio is staticky.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Castle.
okay.
Tell me if that's any better, needy user.
I don't think we have quite that much money yet.
Let's see. One of the things that we checked and wanted to make sure of, we've done. We know that the 4 that were here before, other than those 4, are gone.
Yeah, they are in the wind. That trail is very cold.
Aurora is still healing. He's feeling better, but he's been submitted to
Mhm.
bed rest.
I
don't
wouldn't
know.
mind going back to the Druid village just to make sure.
Ain't that part of what? Isn't that our destination, anyways?
Yeah.
We wanna go back to the village because we didn't make it all the way there.
Right.
Nope, you have not yet.
And
We
we
got
were given better
sidetracked.
directions.
We got sidetracked saving inhabitants of the village that were accosted on the road.
Yep.
So that's what we plan on doing then, is packing up and heading out to continue our trip there.
Plus, I guess we want to try and be there in case they get attacked.
I don't think they will. I don't think we've left any indication that they would be the ones doing anything. And as far as they know, the ogres took them away.
True.
So we've not left any evidence that would point to them.
Yeah, but it's not like they have dogs that can sniff out a scent or anything like that.
Well, and if they did, they would look for us, not them.
True. Very true.
So on the road again, Mr. Meteor.
All right.
ODM of greatness.
Okay. So you guys get back in your cart and head back for the road. Yeah. So who's driving?
Oh, normally I would say Aurora, but
Oh, that was my role to see if I had any chance of teaching Callan cooking today. Clearly not with that role. Clearly not.
that's at least enough to get him to boil water. Maybe
You
set
try
it
to
on
teach him
fire.
cooking, and he is like, "Oh, these weeds will add some nice flavor," and tosses them in the pot.
Yeah.
It's like, no, Callan, those are poisonous. Okay.
Well, we'll give these to Son.
Yep. Yep.
I'm sure she'll appreciate it.
I will drive since I can keep a good lookout.
Okay.
Okay. So Firedale's driving.
Curio.
Yes, Curio. My bad. Curio is driving. Who's this Firedale guy?
I don't know.
Rar. He's the dragon we'll eventually meet that will kill us all.
Oh, okay.
Could be. So Curio.
Yes.
The first little bit of the trek is a bit bumpy. You're not on any specific trail because you're still coming out of the woods. But you do end up making it back to the road. And
Just don't bust a
getting
wheel.
back on your way. It is still morning. Can you roll a d20 for me, please?
Most certainly can.
Okay. All right. So most of the day goes on, not much happening.
Pretty uneventful.
Yeah, pretty uneventful. Later in the evening, though, you're riding your cart down the road, and out in front of you jumps this cat-like creature. Or a small panther-like creature.
I was gonna say not more of the Grimishkas. We've done
No,
this.
it's definitely not a Grimishka. You can tell that much.
Panther? My ears perk up.
Panther-like.
Panther
Do I
like?
recognize what it is?
Yeah.
Roll
Would
me,
I
Can we try to identify
recognize?
roll
Would any
me
of us recognize?
nature or survival check, your choice. 22.
Yeah, I don't think I'm recognizing.
So, Curio, you call out this creature. Yeah, you and Lilia do not know what this is. But Curio, you do call out behind when it jumps out and kind of pull on the reins to get the horses to stop as this creature kind of jumps in front of you and just like pauses when it sees you. Staffelin, you pop your head out and take a look at it. And you're the first to notice that this panther has like 2 tentacles on its back.
Dear.
Oh no. That's from Firedale.
Oh dear.
So this you would recognize as a displacer beast.
They're fun.
Lovely.
These are freaky looking.
However, it is a cub.
The baby.
Okay.
It's a cub.
It's adorable.
Now as you're realizing this, it actually uses its ability, and several
What's the
more
word?
of it just
Oh, okay.
appear out of thin air.
Of course.
And it's not doing anything towards you at the moment. This is like a kitten. It looks very young. And it's just kind of standing there. And then, next thing you know, some dog pounces on one of the images.
Images?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's
So
it's an illusion.
Oh.
displacer beast can
it looks very
do like mirror
fuzzy.
image.
Is the way that it does it is. It kind of looks like its image is fuzzy, as if it's lots of little places all at once.
Yeah, like when Saflin does her
Mirror image.
mirror
Yeah,
image.
it's very close to it.
Very similar.
Mirror image is very clearly her. You just don't know which one to hit in the space.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and I will.
Displacer beasts have had way too much sugar.
Do I know anything about this dog that's just accosted it?
Yep, that would be a displacer beast, Nene. You can roll to see if you recognize that one as well.
Well, first thing, since I'm driving, I'm going to pull over to the side that's not directly in it, as in if we keep going, we would end up running them over.
Yeah, you've stopped.
Yeah, we
You
don't
can
want
pull
to.
off to
We
the
don't
side.
want to collide with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm recognizing this dog.
Well, I'm jumping down and tackling the dog.
You are?
Yes.
Okay.
Why?
So this
Because I rolled a 17 on curiosity check.
Well,
Okay.
I rolled a 15 on identifying the dog before we do any of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So before we get to that,
Okay.
Yeah, can we identify it first?
At least try.
So with a 15, that's okay. That's decent. You're not
10 is
exactly
average.
I didn't say
sure.
kill it. I said tackling, needy user.
But you can tell that this is also a puppy.
Okay.
Is it a dire wolf?
It is not a direwolf. You would know well enough to know
well,
that it is not.
Let me ask this, because this would be more obvious. When the puppy pounced the kitty,
Was it playful?
was it playful?
Roll me a perception check.
Got to make sure and roll mine. I've got 3 different character sheets open.
Can I roll perception too to see if I can?
Yeah.
I would like to cast Animal Friendship,
Okay.
but I can do that after.
So Curio, yeah, with your 19, you recognize a tail wag when you see it.
Okay. In
So
that
they're
case, I'm
playing.
not tackling the puppy.
Okay. It definitely seems like it is playing, and when it pounces on the illusion of the kitten, and after a second, and after the puppy pounces, the kitten looks away from you, looks at the puppy, and pounces on it instead, and they kind of start rolling around on each other.
Oh, then I'm not going to bother with
kind
Animal
of wrestling
Friendship
a
if
little
it's
bit.
not paying attention to us anymore.
Yep. If it doesn't seem in danger, I'm still curious about the creature, but not enough to jump down and break up the fight, because that's adorable.
Yeah.
Did you cast it, Lily?
I did not.
Okay. But yeah, they are doing this like right in the middle of the road, kind of blocking your path a little.
Well, go over
I
on
will,
the grass a bit.
Yeah, I'll take the final bits of the bacon bread loaf that I have in my inventory, the last bit of it, and I will toss it off in the distance past where they are and away from the cart, and we'll just keep moving.
Pocket bacon.
So you toss the food off to the side, and the puppy is the first one that the attention that catches, and he's kind of like pinned by the displacer beast at the moment, and
Yep.
he sees you toss it over, looks at you, looks at it, and then disappears for a second, and then reappears over by the food.
So it can
Meteor,
warp.
did you give us an encounter between a displacer beast cub and a blink dog?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And it starts eating it, and then the displacer beast's kitten chases after it and starts eating some of it as well.
So carry on.
As you carry on your
Yep, carry on.
Okay.
Leave them be.
Is adorable.
All right. So the rest of the evening goes off just fine. You guys can take another long rest, set up camp, do anything you want with the night time.
I'm
Set up
just.
camp. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I'm just glad that Luna does not have those tentacles.
I'm kind of glad Pika's not here because she likely would have tried to make another pet.
Yep.
Yep.
2 of them, and then the parents would be very angry.
Yup.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I didn't go for that.
Yeah,
And
don't want angry
these tentacles
mamas.
on the kitten were like large too. They like looks too large for its body almost.
Comedically
have-
too
It
large.
has 6 legs.
Yep, and spiky
Yeah,
teeth on the
they're
tentacles.
scary looking.
Idea for me to give
You
Luna
should see the
tentacles.
kitten.
No.
The kitten looks adorable.
But full disclosure, animal friendship would not have worked on the displacer beast unless its intelligence was lower as a cub.
Correct.
But it may have worked on the
It is a
blink dog.
monstrosity. So
It may have
Yeah,
worked
it's
on
not
the
an
blink
animal.
dog.
and the blink dog is a fae.
Okay, so probably not.
Yep.
Okay.
Would speak with animals have worked?
No.
Hmm.
Because neither of them are technically animals.
They're not beast.
Correct.
There's a link to the kitten.
They
It's
are
adorable.
intelligent enough to potentially know common, however. At least to
Aw.
recognize it. They probably can't speak it.
That's cute.
Kitten
But
doesn't.
the displacer beast doesn't know any languages, but it's got an intelligence of 6.
Yeah, blink dog can speak blink dog and can understand Sylvan.
Yeah.
Would
I
Displacer
don't know
Beast
Sylvan, I know
kitten?
Elvish.
Would Displacer Beast kitten understand feline?
It does not. No.
It's a monstrosity, so technically no.
It actually does not speak any languages.
Correct.
Yeah. That's
Yep,
cute
you'd have
though.
to train it.
Idea for Meteor: give Luna tentacles.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No. Hard pass. Hard pass.
No,
She already has them.
See,
With her
I
tattoo.
She does.
Yes,
I would
but
be very, very, very worried about keeping a displacer beast as a pet, either
Mhm.
way. Because A, with it being paired with a blink dog, they tend to be part of fey courts
Mm-hmm.
in that combination. But B, displacer beasts are hunted for their pelts, which are used to make cloaks of invisibility.
Right.
So you'd have to protect it.
So I imagine this entire night here, you guys and San are all like bickering back. Why couldn't we keep it? It was so cute. Both of them were.
That is probably how it would go, yeah.
And so you're
But more cub.
you recognizing
going
what
to,
it
yeah.
was are explaining all this, like they're hunted, blah blah.
it's
that's
more
making her
trouble
want it
than it's
more, like,
worth.
But
and I'm,
Mom.
I took
Come
the
on.
Fey touched feat, so I'm familiar with something Fey.
Right.
I've had a brush with Fey somewhere, so I know you don't mess with that.
It's more
Do not
trouble than
mess
it's
with that.
worth.
You will have an angry Fey after you, if not
Mhm.
their parents.
And then you'll have an angry cub at you.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
So the night passes without a trace.
Yes, the night goes by, no issues.
So long rest.
Yep, you can long rest again, which you guys haven't really used anything, so
Yeah,
Yep.
just may as well
Not
do it
Change
anyways.
anything.
But
so
just in case.
are you gonna try and teach Callan more cooking?
Can I help?
I
Sure.
absolutely can teach him more cooking.
Sure, if you want to
let
help,
me-
Saflin can roll with advantage.
Yes,
okay, so
I
I'll
will
roll
help with the
twice.
cooking.
As Lilia points out all the
Okay.
poisonous
18.
herbs.
Yes, I will take
This-
out my book and be like, no,
Not
no,
this
no.
one. Not
Yes, this is
one.
okay. No.
So this time, with both of your help and a couple slaps on the hand when he tries to add something bad in, he actually ends up making something passable. With
Yay!
your help. It is actually edible this time,
Very
which
good,
is a
Callan.
step in the right direction.
I'll give it to Callan to taste test.
I'll take any of the
Oh,
nose
it's yummy.
and put it
Yeah, see, this
into.
is much better.
I kind of liked my other one the other day better, though.
You
I'll-
generally don't want to poison people, Callan.
He must have been
I was
cooking for
fine.
himself for a long time. He's destroyed his taste buds.
Callan better have a really high constitution score to make up for that iron stomach.
Can I just take the poisonous stuff that he was gonna try to put into the food and slip them
it's
to
not
San?
like-
Well, I mean,
It's not
Well-
poisonous stuff. It's just
no,
stuff
the stuff
Very
he made
bitter.
the stuff he made the previous day, we did hand off to San because it was not safe for
Right.
consumption.
Oh.
So
Are y'all
San does
making
have
him a cookbook?
San does have a flask of poisonous soup.
And just in case, make an extra plate and leave it.
For
Linus!
Linus, yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
So, however, when Callan is like cleaning up, some of the embers get stirred up a little and jump out of the fire pit and
Lovely.
like catch the grass on fire.
Are
Try
we
to-
near water?
Try to put
It's
out
just a small fire.
try to put out the fire.
Stamp it out.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, stamp it out.
Yep.
I
Roll survival.
protect my tail.
Roll what?
Roll
survival.
survival. Yeah, easily enough. You stomp it out with your foot, no issues.
Like,
Protect
oh
the
no.
tail.
But you do notice like the ground in this area is actually like rather dry.
I will say a small apology to the plants.
Okay.
Not in speak with plants or anything, just saying it verbally.
Mhm.
Be like, I'm so sorry.
We're
like-
supposed to be heading towards the druids, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, you wouldn't think that the area around the
Would be
druid
barren,
home place
yeah.
would be
Yeah,
dry.
it's not barren, but it definitely seems drier than normal. Like
Droughted.
that amount of
Experiencing a
sparks.
drought. Yeah.
That amount of sparks was minimal.
Like it
Yeah,
needs
So
a good
it wouldn't
rain.
nor catch like
That's
that.
like California's summer brush fire conditions.
Mhm.
It needs a good
So-
rain.
It needs a good rain.
Yeah. So this area just seems a bit dry at the moment.
So moving on.
Note to self: no lightning bolt attacks.
No fireballs.
Yep.
Want me to roll again, Meteor?
And she will look at Callan
Yeah, go ahead.
as she says that. No fire when it's not needed. Air's too dry
Media
here.
user says you hear a small whisper on the wind as if to say apology accepted.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and roll another d20. There you go.
Can she sentiently just talk to plants now?
Okay.
DM goes
Saplin
So-
made them sentient and then heard them scream in pain in a cornfield, so she has feelings.
Yep.
All right. So you get back on the road. Curio once again driving.
Yeah.
By the way, how
And-
is Aurora feeling? I probably would have
Aurora's
checked
feeling
on him.
better. Aurora's feeling better, but he's kind of enjoying letting Curio take the reins for.
It's kind of
A little bit.
relaxing, taking it easy.
Yeah,
Okay.
Gotta
but
let
he
the big
is
man
feeling much better
rest.
at this point.
Okay.
Let
But so-
Son fume in the back, complaining about not being able to have kittens and puppies.
Yep.
So it gets to be about late morning. The area around still seems rather dry. However, a couple birds start like following above you and start singing.
Tweet, tweet.
And
I look around for Cinderella.
the
Snow White.
singing's like nice. But then it kind of has like a oddly creepy undertone to the song, to the tune.
Kind
So
of eerie.
something's up with the animals and everything in this area. Something's not right.
I'm imagining those songs that you can hear where they always say like drop an octave or drop something like that. It just makes it sound creepy or weird.
Just a minor chord in birdsong.
Yeah.
So what's the nature check there?
I'm just gonna keep trying to identify animals that we come across.
Okay.
Are they Tweety birds?
They
Or-
they might be too far away, honestly.
They're not actually. One's even perched itself on top of the back of your carriage. There's
Oh.
like 5 different birds like following, like not that high above your carriage, just following you. And they're mostly all the same color except the one that's perched. It's like a nice reddish color.
To be fair, we did see a putty cat yesterday.
Going on a hunch, because Saflin has no clue what these things are, with a 9 probably. But just knowing that what we've encountered so far on this journey, she's gonna hold up a hand near the bird but not touching it. Just kind of like waiting for permission, and then say in infernal, pretty bird.
Do I recognize these
Okay.
In
birds?
infernal.
Pretty bird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I recognize these burbs?
With your nature check, 20. You don't specifically recognize these birds.
Hey, what kind of burbs are you throwing at
Backlund,
us?
what do you say in infernal?
I said, pretty bird, may I touch?
Oh, pretty bird. Okay.
Yeah.
It just kind of like cocks its head at you, confused.
And I'll
So
make
it's
a
not
petting
infernal.
gesture, but again in the air, not next to it, and not talk. And then I'll say it again in common.
Okay, so you say it again in common.
And I'm also gesturing, like I'm basically stroking the feathers of an invisible bird. Not touching it, but giving the impression of that's what I want to do.
Trying to gain permission.
Yes.
Okay,
Seeking consent.
So you're not like reaching towards it. You're just you're mimicking.
I'm
Trying to
mimicking
get
in
it
the
to come
air.
to her.
Yeah.
It kind of like does a little hop backwards when you do that.
Like you
Okay.
do with the cat when you put your hand down and you wiggle your fingers.
Now, Feyar and
And
Infernal.
it is continuing
but
to sing this whole time, by the way, with this
Monstrosities
pretty
can't.
but creepy tune.
Yeah.
So is this a fae then?
It might be Fey. We don't know. I didn't roll high enough. You might know.
Meteor said no.
Okay.
That's why I asked what kind of burb is he throwing at us.
All
Yeah,
the
like-
verbs.
They've got like very defined feathers, and even with your 20, it's not really a bird you've seen before.
I'm going to pull out my lute and I'm going to start performing and I'm going to do counter charm.
Okay.
Just in case.
Just in case they're doing something weird here.
Okay.
It's a
So
displacer
you're playing music.
I am playing music. And I am
Okay.
enacting counter charm.
Please don't
Okay.
have it pop out into many birds.
So you start. Well, there's already many birds there. There's like
No, I
Already a
meant
ton of
like the
birds
There's the
Grishkas.
all
one on-
around us.
there's the one on your cart, and then there's like 6 just like up above you, flying with you. So you start to play this. Let's see, counter charm. What does that do?
Once per, as an action, you can perform until the end of your next turn. During that time, you and friendly creatures within 30 feet that can hear you gain advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed.
Okay.
I think she's doing it because if the birdie's creepy song is trying to charm us in some way, that will
Gotcha.
help us out.
Okay.
Correct.
So
Minor,
Since we
minor
don't know
horn
better.
bird song means they're trying to be spooky, maybe.
so you start to play this song. The harpy looks at you angrily.
Oh no.
Harpy?
It's a harpy.
I mean, bird.
Oh no.
Is it a harpy?
How big were these birds?
Yeah, I mean,
And-
harpies don't look like normal birds, Meteor.
And it as you start playing this and it gets this real angry look at you, it turns into a harpy.
Okay.
And so do the other ones.
Now it looks
Alright.
angrily at us. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I gave that away, dang it.
Just
Harpies can
breathing out
transform?
in just frustration, like everything that told me that animals were supposed to be soothed by music was a lie. All it does is make them angry.
It makes them all transform. It's twice now. First the cat that duplicated.
Harpies can transform?
Apparently.
Mm-hmm. These ones can.
Okay.
Well, it's
So-
still doing it, so we still have advantage on that.
I would like you all to
Roll initiative.
please.
Considering counter charm has to preempt a round, so
Apparently I wasn't clicked on, it's because I don't have a token
Neither
on the
was I.
board.
it's fine. He manually sets them anyway.
I don't have a token on the board to begin with, so I can't click on one.
It's okay. He's manually gonna have to set us all anyway. He should probably also change us to a random map, but I mean, meh. 'Cause we're still in the goblin camp.
Yep.
Did that come through?
Yes,
Okay, it did.
I do see Curio and Aurora.
There you go.
We do not
There's
have
the map.
a Son yet. There's Son. And then we need Callan from.
It
the,
apparently only
Monsters
shows
Forgotten.
the rolling 3D die whenever I roll it for me.
You may have it turned on for you on D&D Beyond.
Okay.
I turned it off because that's a character sheet preference, I believe.
We're gonna switch that. And you guys are all in the vehicle.
Oh.
I was
Uh,
near the nearest bird because I was actively trying to reach out to it. So wherever the bird
Yep,
is.
she was out
Yeah.
front, standing looking up, and I think Lilia probably was close to it too because she was seeing them.
Yeah, so you would be like right here. I'll say you're out here with Curio,
Okay.
like kind of next to him. You like climbed out, and then the bird. Lilia, move back, please.
I was just going to say I was poking my head out the front window,
Okay.
looking through.
Well, she is. This one is on top of.
You probably would have backed away when the bird got in your space and transformed. Would be my guess.
I
It would have
didn't see
pushed
that
you out
there
of the
was.
space.
I didn't see that there was one there.
He was moving it there. That's why he was opening
Yeah.
the space.
It's hard to see it. Can you put a background on it?
Yeah,
Yeah, stick an aura on it or
that's
something.
what I'm doing. It did not show up. Why did it not show
Is it
up?
on the DM layer?
Oh, yeah, it is. There is a thing on there. It's just a similar color to the
To the cart.
cart.
Maybe try yellow?
Try yellow, could try white, could try green to contrast the red. Any of those. Nope, he's just making them all red.
Okay. This one, sure, we'll change that one to yellow. What?
Oh, I think it's just because it's
It's
not
going
putting it on the top.
underneath.
It's not putting it on the topmost layer.
Yeah.
You need to order the layers so
Yep.
that it's all the way at the
The
top.
front. Yeah, it's on the front. It's just the highlight is going underneath.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
here.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a little hard
Okay,
to see, but we know it's
so-
there.
Saflin. Gotcha. 21. Saflin and Lilia, who has the higher dex?
Mine is a +2
Plus
for a
2.
14 total.
Lilia's is
I'm
also
15.
All right.
I'm
Okay, so
15
Lilia
now.
first.
Lilia first. Okay.
I rolled super low.
Sun. 6.
I know exactly what
Aurora,
my first move is going to be.
6.
I know what your first move's going to be too.
What's that?
The spirits that do the big orb all around.
Yep.
Mine is just gonna be holding up the counter charm until I know that it's not needed. Because if I stop doing it, you don't benefit anymore. I need to continue doing it, and that is my action. So all I will have is a bonus.
7. Who has higher dex between Aurora and Sun?
San.
Okay.
San has an 18. Aurora has an 8.
Which is why Aurora has a -1 and Son is a +4.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Roll well, Meteor.
Or don't.
Ignore that initiative roll. I was trying to click on the thing, but not roll it. I was trying to find the breakdown. Ignore that.
Okay.
Because my modifier should not be a 3. So I was trying to figure out where the bonus 1 came from. It's one of my items, probably.
Could it be the cloak?
Possibly.
Is it as big as a harpy eagle? Yeah, probably. Okay. So Saflin got off that counter charm, and
So what
that
does counter charm actually do?
Stops us from being feared and
Gives you
helps
a-
us with saving throws,
Gives
right?
you advantage on saving throws for frightened or
Okay.
charmed.
So if something would happen while that was up, then we would still have to roll. We'd just have advantage. Okay.
Correct. It's not
what
an auto success.
is that a spell?
It's a feature.
Oh.
It's a bard
But
feature.
But it has to preempt what's going on because I have to have it already in effect and I have to spend my entire action to do it.
Okay.
So the only reason why it's a little silly would be if I wasn't first in initiative order, then it would already be taking effect because I did it before combat.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
as it is, only Lilia will get the benefit right now, and then I'll have to use my turn to do it again for everyone else
Oh.
to get the benefit.
Okay.
Because I'm so early in initiative order. So it has a
Okay.
negative. It does.
Okay.
That is the drawback.
I will say, since you just did it, I will let you go one round without needing to re-up it.
Okay,
You
so you'll give
just did.
everyone the benefit of it this round.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you are high up on the initiative, so.
Yeah.
You
I
were
hadn't been that
preparing
high.
when you noticed that the song was weird.
Yeah, because it's that one.
Okay. Magical notes or words of power to disrupt mind influence effects.
Which is why I had to play.
Turn. Got it. Mm-hmm. You and any friendly creature advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed. Okay. Okay, cool. All right, so Lilia, you are up. These birds that you were just admiring have all turned into vicious-looking harpies. which you do recognize.
I'm just
You've
like
never seen one in person, but you know what they are.
I'm like, nope, Spirit Guardian up.
Just like an instant reaction, you kind of go, ah! And go, whoosh.
At this point, that's like her trap card. Creature shows up, Spirit Guardian.
Mm-hmm.
Spirit Guardians up.
Can everyone see her aura there?
I
Yes.
stuck it on the main. I stuck it on the main, not my other. So yes.
Okay.
So I'm like Spirit Guardians up. That I'm not messing around.
Nom nom nom.
And so for my second, for my bonus, I can cast my spiritual weapon.
Banana hammer.
Banana hammer, please.
Is
on-
spiritual weapon a cantrip?
No, it is my
Then you can't do
bonus.
that.
It is a
You can't-
bonus.
They're both leveled spell, though,
You
right?
can only do one leveled spell per round. The other
Right.
has to be a
Yeah,
bonus.
that was that big
has
discussion
to
we
be a
had
cantrip.
several months ago.
Yes.
Yep. So you can cast a cantrip if it's a bonus action. But you can't do 2 leveled spells in the same turn.
It's not a you thing, it's a mechanics thing.
Yeah.
So
it's,
then
it's
why
a,
have
it's
I
a,
been able to?
It's a rule.
You can move it around and everything once it's there. You just can't cast it in the same turn. That's all.
Correct. You can't cast them both in the same turn.
I've done it before, but okay.
If
Pretty
you
sure
have, that
had,
was
but
my
don't
fault
know.
for not realizing.
Pretty sure you'd been doing them on different turns, but I don't know.
It's possible it's slipped through a time or two.
Yeah, because I've always asked. I remember asking before if I could cast it and at the same or in the same turn because it is a bonus for me.
Unfortunately, not since they are both leveled spells.
Okay. So I will take that slot away then that was used.
Mhm.
For Luna, I guess because I'm not gonna do anything else then right now. For Luna, I am going to. Which one's better? This. I am going to empower Tattoo, and I can empower and bite at the same time, right?
Power is a bonus
What does
for
it
you.
say?
I believe empowering is a bonus action.
Yeah.
Yes, bonus action.
So before we get to that, I'm looking at Spirit Guardians. I think they need to make a Wisdom save now.
It's once
when they
per
move
turn.
into it or start their turn in
It's
it.
on their turn, Meteor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when the
Not
creature enters the area for the first time.
Yeah,
Right.
but they're not entering it
They
right
haven't
now 'cause they
entered
haven't
the
gone.
area. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
it's
So
on their
it's
turn
on their turn.
Okay.
It's one of those
or
weird
upon enter.
Yeah,
mechanics.
weird open to interpretation things. Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So
And
bite.
which one are you attacking? The one on the roof? Okay.
Oh, one on the roof?
Yep. That one's on the roof.
Then I guess she can't get to it, so it'll be this one then.
She can reach 15 feet.
Okay, then fine. One on roof.
Yeah, she's just reaching out the back of the
She would
cart.
need line of sight to it, which from inside she doesn't have.
Okay, so then going this
So
one.
she could climb up on top if you want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
movement.
no. I'll go with this one.
Okay. Yeah, that one she could see out the back. The area inside there is very cramped though. All right, so that a 6 is not going to hit.
Dang it.
Okay. Does that end your turn?
Yep.
Okay. Saflin.
All I can pretty
All right.
much do.
So you're letting counter charms effect go even if I do another action?
Yes.
Okay.
For just this round.
For just this round. That's fine. Let's see. And then I will take that opportunity to do a mirror image.
Okay.
Make myself a bit harder to hit here.
I must be drunk. I see several Saphies.
Yes, there are now 4 saplings.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, because that is my action, I will initiate the Mantle of Inspiration, which
Okay.
is the one where I spend a Bardic Inspiration to get 8 temporary hit points to 4 creatures that I can see and that can see me,
Mm-hmm.
and lets them each use their reaction to position should they wish to, without provoking opportunity attacks.
Okay.
So I will offer that up to people who want it, mainly people who have not gone yet, because they'll get their reaction back pretty much immediately
Mm-hmm.
on their turns. And then anyone in immediate danger, which no one's in immediate danger at this point, except maybe Callan.
Callan's like right on in the back. He's still
Just-
inside, even though he's
Okay, so he's
outside.
more in between. He's still in the cart. He's not actually in that back row.
Yeah, everyone is still in the cart except you and
Okay.
Curio, who are out in
If
front.
it helps any meteor, the cart itself is pretty much a 2x2 square.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so I'll offer that to Aurora. I will offer that to Curio. I will offer that to Callan.
All right.
I'll
And
climb
Son?
up on top of the thing.
And I'm deciding if I want to give it to Son or Moro, yeah. Which one? Probably Son.
How many temp?
8.
8.
Okay.
And then you can choose to move up to your full speed if you wish.
Yep, I'm getting up on top of the cart.
It will burn your reaction though, so if something is near you and runs from you,
Okay.
you won't get to attack of opportunity.
Curio, I will remind you that the cart is still in motion.
Uh-huh.
So okay.
I mean, I'm right there.
Callan is going to attempt to hop out. I'm gonna have him do a dex roll.
Acrobatics.
Or
Aurora,
acrobatics.
take the reins.
15. Not bad. Alright, so he hops out no problem, and he can move his full movement speed.
Yep. That's correct.
Okay. So
And he will not
is
provoke an attack
going-
of opportunity, so if he wants to move in something's range and then out of it, he can. If he needs to pass something, kind of thing.
Alright, he's gonna move there.
Yep.
He kind of hops out real quick and dashes up ahead of the cart.
Yep.
Why would he go out of my protective circle?
I did
Welcome
not
to
think of that,
Callan.
actually.
Cart's still moving until the cart is stopped. The circle will move. In
Yeah, the
theory.
circle. The cart's gonna move.
Yeah.
So if you're in it, the circle will move as well. That was his reasoning. He went up ahead of the cart so that he wouldn't get left behind.
That was the plan. That was the plan,
Yeah.
right, Meteor?
Actually, it was. That was why he
Okay.
went forward. Because the
Also-
cart's still moving.
I have a very brain dumb question because I am still confused.
Mm-hmm.
How have I been able to do a spell then to attack or something and then be able to heal after? Healing is a bonus for me.
Depending on how you are healing,
The
healing word
is a cantrip. That's
No, it's not.
It says it as a first level spell, but it usually is able to be used as a cantrip by clerics. Is it not?
Yeah. Yeah, usually.
Because isn't that a
Healing
divine
word is
use
usually
Guidance,
that you
cantrip
get?
for
Sacred
clerics.
Flame, Spare the Dying, Told the Dead. It
Spare
is
the Dying's
not.
the one that can stop
It is not a
Ah,
cantrip.
okay. So for your domain, Spare the Dying is the one.
Yep, that was hiccups for
Okay.
noticing, Banana. That's all.
So how have I been able to heal?
Because
You
people
shouldn't have
didn't
been able to
notice.
because
You
we didn't
shouldn't have.
notice.
But it says as a bonus action, I can.
As a bonus action, you can cast a leveled spell if you have not cast another leveled spell in that turn. It's explained somewhere else in the player's handbook.
Yeah,
It's in the spellcasting section at the beginning.
it was a weird thing that we had a big discussion about several
We
months
talked
ago.
about house
And we
ruling it
keep
months
forgetting
ago.
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I think
am totally
I think
confused.
healing word specifically can be used as a cantrip.
Okay.
Because it
so
says
house
my
rule, that doesn't
Shield of
accept.
Faith and Mass Healing Word should be able to be done as well as
They
bonuses.
can be done as a bonus action, yes.
They
The
are still
main
leveled
rule
spells.
mechanic that's causing the issue is that you're not supposed to be able to cast more than one spell that uses a level. Cantrips are okay, but if it's a level 1 or higher spell, you can't cast it in the same round that you cast another level 1 or higher spell. That's the base rule and what's causing the confusion.
Nay. If this explanation makes it easier, unless you have a specific class feature that says otherwise, like sorcerer with sorcery points, you're not supposed to be able to expend 2 spell slots in the same turn.
Still doesn't help my brain because
Okay, because leveled spells use spell slots, but okay.
Yeah, it's just that's the mechanic. I didn't even know it was a thing until they were talking about it. So
Yeah, it's supposed to let you pace out your spellcasters so they don't burn themselves out in 2 rounds of combat.
it's just throwing me because I've always been able to heal after doing
We've
a
just
spell.
not noticed is the problem. That's on us for
Yeah.
not noticing.
Okay.
that's all. That's nothing against you. That's just no one noticed.
Anyways, continue on.
Okay. So, Sapling, continue.
Okay, so has everybody that I named given themselves their extra hit points? I know
Yep.
Firebutt can't give it to Son or Aurora, so we're just gonna have to
I
know
can give
about
it
it.
to Aurora.
And Son.
And Son, yeah, 'cause
Son.
Son also has it. Moro does not. So the only people that don't have the benefit are Lilia, Moro, and Luna, and myself.
Okay.
Everybody else has it. So Son can also position if they'd like. Aurora can position if they'd like.
I'm gonna give Aurora a long rest. I don't took it.
If they don't want to move, they don't have to, but they do get the hit points. After that, all I have left is movement, so
Uh,
I will slide over however much I need to for someone else to come in and take the reins if they want to stop the horses, because I don't have any actions left, so I can't.
Aurora, I'm gonna say he's gonna do something cool and climb out onto the top in the back.
Okay,
Okay.
Aurora, don't take the reins. Safi, hold the reins.
Well, I already
you
did
told
my
him to
action
take the
this
reins.
turn. I already did my action this turn. So that's up to Meteor if I'm allowed to take the reins, because I already mirror
I can
image.
literally just drop them in your hands
Yeah, you
before
can-
I moved.
You don't
Okay.
need both hands for that, so you can
Yeah.
be holding onto the reins with one.
Then I'll stand there with my mirror image holding the reins.
Okay.
So there's 3 copies of the reins now.
And I will have Aurora
Actually, 4 copies
roll
of the reins. There's 3
acrobatics
copies of me.
as well.
Oh, this is going to be bad. Just a second.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got that, Firedale?
Yep.
Yeah, he's got
Okay.
all the other characters.
Oh
stuff.
no.
Aurora is not the most dexterous person in the party.
All right, so he climbs to the he pushes his way to the back and it's like kind of trying to pull himself up. And he's like, nope, not happening.
And he's
Okay,
just in the cart in the back.
I'm here.
Yep. Fair enough.
And then San gets her movement, right?
Yes, Son gets to move should she choose to.
Oh, San would definitely move. You know she
Okay.
would. She's gonna hop out and pull forward as well. Probably to like there.
Okay.
Moro does not get to move with her,
Nope.
but I'll have her do acrobatics for jumping out as well.
Yeah, and I think Curio clambered up to the roof.
Yep. But I
Yeah.
can climb.
Yes,
Yep.
you have a climb
He has
speed.
climbing speed, so he doesn't need to roll anything. Everyone else does. Sans acrobatics is
Technically,
geez.
Lilia could climb without an acrobatics check too. She has wooden boots.
16. Yep.
Yep.
Well-
Lilia can climb as well.
Well, I'm Tabaxi. I have a climbing speed as well.
Yep.
Yeah,
I don't need my wings for climbing.
you have double ways of climbing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If my boots
right.
are on, that is.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So that takes care of that then. She jumps out, no problem.
Okay.
She needs a less than a 10 to fail, and she
Yep.
has a plus 10, so she can't fail that.
Yeah, I'll just use my movement to slide over to where Curio was so that if anybody else wants to clamber up, there's a space free. And
Okay.
I'll still be holding the horse reins.
Okay.
But it looks like they're illusory saplings taking up half of the front of the cart.
All the
Okay.
saplings.
Would you like to resize the cart,
cart?
Meteor?
Just
Yeah.
scale it
We
up.
can do that.
Because a horse is a large creature. Anyway,
Yeah,
so
Horse
there
is
you go.
taking up 2 squares.
Yeah.
Okay.
The cart's a little
Otherwise, it was
small.
going to be person on person on person on person.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, that's my turn.
Okay. Next up.
So
is the
now,
harpy.
any creatures
The
that are
harpies
in the
all
circle.
rolled
Now they
very
make their
similar
saves.
and very high.
Yep.
So this should be fun.
Oh dear.
So which one's first?
Any harpies in
This
circle
one
need
up
to do
here?
wisdom
Yes.
Make a
saves.
save.
Yep. Wisdom save.
Meteor, we really do need to set up a dice cam for you that we can just put on all of our screens.
That would be cool.
Just stream it out as a virtual
So I
camera
can
and we
just-
can just drop it all into our
So I can just
our
roll an
OBS.
actual dice. That would be great.
Yeah,
we need to
we can
get
just have
him.
it.
We need to
I would
get him
love
that
that.
electronic one that pairs with Roll20.
Oh, there's that too. Yeah.
Okay, so wisdom.
That's
8.
a fail.
So fail.
Yep.
So roll for damage. Their banana
Mm,
3d8.
I think this is the right thing to clicky.
Spiritual weapon?
Right,
Yeah.
9 force damage?
No,
Okay.
no,
Nope.
not
That's-
that.
No, you
Oh,
need
that's
spirit
spiritual weapon.
guardians damage.
Yeah, it's your guardians.
Guardians.
Oh,
Not banana hammer.
right.
Which was 15 originally up there, way when you rolled it the first time.
Yeah, if you just want to keep that when you can, or if you want to re-roll it.
I mean, you had a crit in that one, so I mean that's not bad.
Yeah, can we
I
keep
think
that
it
first?
needs to roll for each one.
Can
It
we
is.
keep that
Yeah, we can
initial
keep that.
roll for the first
Yeah, we
hit?
can keep that for this first hit, sure.
Okay.
Mhm.
But any
15
subsequent
radiant.
ones will need rerolled.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 15 radiant. Okay. All right. So then this harpy is going to go after the closest person, which is going to be Callan.
Poor Galen.
And she's going to make an attack with her claws. 4 is going to miss. That's a critical fail.
Woo!
Callan kind of like as he's running alongside the cart, kind of gives a little trip right as she swings her claws, and it kind of spins the harpy around a little, making her a little dizzy. But she's gonna go for a second attack with a club.
I have a question real
Yes.
quick. Oh, never mind. I was looking at the wrong thing. Go ahead.
Okay. So 21's gonna hit for
There it is.
for 5 bludgeoning damage.
Galen, no.
And then that will end its turn. Then we're going with this one here, who also needs to roll a wisdom save. 3 is going to fail. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay, Meteor. For our sake and yours,
Mm-hmm.
are these the same types of harpies that are in the base rules, or have you modified them in some way?
I've modified them slightly.
Okay. Just
Yeah,
making sure, because
realized that
normally they
damage
have
was-
multi-attack.
Yeah, they do have multi-attack. She attacked twice.
Okay.
Yeah, the first one was a miss, remember?
Yeah, he tried a claw attack and it failed, and then he tried again with
Okay.
the club.
Oh yeah, the critical. Okay.
Mm-hmm. The critical one was the claw attack.
Okay, so
10.
this one's gonna come in. Yeah, it took the 10 damage. It is going to attack Aurora, who I believe would be further back than
Yeah, he's
Lilia.
hanging on the back.
Yeah, he's like hanging on the back there, so she's gonna roll to attack him. 18.
That's hits.
Okay, yeah, it just hits. Okay.
Yep.
So
I can't do damage, so that's something you'll have to do.
for 6 damage.
Oh well, he still has 2
Slashing.
temp, so that's fine.
Yep.
So far.
And then
Temp is doing its job.
gonna do a club.
Oof.
17's gonna miss.
That misses. Yep.
So
He has 2 temp left.
she swings the club at him and just like glances off his armor, doing no damage. Next up is this one, which also needs to roll a wisdom save.
Yay.
10.
Misses.
More
Everyone's
damage.
That's fail, so
15 damage.
Ooh, nice.
Oh yeah,
18.
that's additional.
That's great.
Yeah.
18
Yeah.
radiant. Kind of
Yeah.
throws it off for a second. Like it kind of wobbles in the air as it takes this.
Nice.
That's only
Radiant
6 for
damage.
max banana. That's pretty good. For 3d8, that's great.
Yeah. And then it is also going to come in and try to attack Aurora, who's hanging on the back. There. $15's gonna
then
miss.
that's not a hit.
Plus 3 is 8 is gonna miss as well. So they're just having a hard time getting past his armor at the moment.
That's good.
Aurora takes the first hit, but then the other ones all just kind of like glance off the armor. And he's just like, huh?
Meteor's not gonna make any of them do the charm roll while I have counter charm up.
They will.
Okay.
Hey, this next one,
Alright,
where
so
is it?
next is this one,
Okay, it's not in the circle.
who is going to do the luring song.
Okay.
But those ones were close enough to attack, so. Alright, so everyone
Every single
who
person.
has their ears open needs to roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
Yeah, because it's within
With
300 feet, which is
advantage.
literally everything.
Yep. So with advantage because of your counter charm.
Yeah.
Only ones that don't are the aminals.
Yep.
Oh, the
It's
animals don't?
humanoids. Nope, it's humanoids. So
Okay.
Luna and Moro are technically immune.
I'm very fluffy. My ears are stuck.
Okay,
Nah,
alright.
I'm rolling.
Alright, Wisdom.
I think I'm good. I rolled a 26.
Okay, so wisdom for Curio,
14.
wisdom for.
You're supposed to do it with advantage.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
gonna have to
oh.
roll again.
Sorry.
I'm glad it was advantage because one of my rolls was a nat 1.
Okay, so 16 for Curio. And wisdom for Aurora. Did that come through?
Yes.
Yep.
And wisdom for Son.
Okay. I think everyone passed.
Yeah,
probably.
everyone succeeded there.
Hey, we're immune to that harpy for 24 hours.
That specific or
That
all?
specific harpy. That specific harpy.
So this one you cannot be charmed by now.
We should probably mark that one in some way.
Yeah, can we change her background or
Yeah,
something?
change that color specifically.
Sure.
Gonna be real complicated whenever just a few people get immune to one, but not everybody, huh, Meteor?
That's why you add
Right.
like harpy A, harpy B, harpy C.
Yeah, I have that.
That's when
Just
you do
not
that.
you can see.
Yeah, it just doesn't show it for us. It just shows unknown creature for us.
Yep.
No.
I
I
have
don't
that
even see.
specifically.
It's on a turn order.
Okay. That's the same color as your thing. Let me. We're gonna go.
Just make it yellow or something. There you go. That'll work.
Okay, so
So
that's gonna end
we're
its
immune
turn.
to her.
Next up is this harpy.
Not in circle.
Who is going to fly up to Curio.
Uh-huh.
Enter circle.
Yep.
Yep, you are correct.
Wisdom save.
Natural 20.
It's saved.
Yeah.
Oh.
Callan saved, apparently.
Yeah, it's counts. No, that was. I just forgot to switch over.
Takes
Okay.
half.
Oh, it still takes half. Okay.
Yep. It's saved for half.
Yeah.
All right. So roll your damage.
Roll max damage, Nene. Do it.
Yes!
Not
Not
bad.
quite. Still pretty good. So 8 damage.
That's still
Yeah.
crit, though, isn't it?
And one of
One
them
of the
crit.
dice was an 8. That's why it's showing a green.
Yeah, one of them
Yeah.
crit.
So one of them crit.
That's a good
Max
roll.
damage would have been 24.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
still a good roll.
So then she's gonna roll her attack on you, Curio. Her second attack, both of which miss.
Yes. I hiss, I snarl, I do the psst, 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 bat my claw at her.
That makes me just think of the cat from Aristocats.
Uh-huh.
And then Curio, it is your turn.
I'm going to
Buff.
bat my claws at her.
At which one?
At the one that just attacked me.
Okay.
So there.
I have no drop frames and my kilobytes are stable, so it
Well
might be
then.
your side.
What? Ah,
You rolled, it
28.
did not come through. There it is.
It just came through.
Yeah, it
So
was
that's
delayed.
a crit.
Yep.
And crit damage.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Yep. 15 slashing.
Yeah, 28 definitely hits.
I hope so.
I would hope so too.
All right.
Still
She's
good?
looking hurt for sure. But yeah, she's still up.
I was so hoping for another crit.
17
Same
is gonna
one.
hit for 7 more damage. Okay. Still up.
Still up. Okay, in that case, I'm going to go ahead and use one of my key points. Dang it, they're spread out from where I am. Sorry, I'm trying to decide whether to do my big attack or my second thing. Five, 10, 15. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use my Searing Arch Strike
Fancy.
Okay.
to sling fire at that one, and then the one near Callan, because it's a 15-foot
Oh, is it a cone?
arc cone.
Oh, arc? Okay.
Saflin is
it
going to
ranged?
preemptively mutter an apology to the grass.
Yeah, poor grass, poor trees.
Is it ranged?
Everything's going up in flames.
It's from
Yeah.
me, and it's 15-foot cone.
Okay.
So I'm going to
Okay.
have it go. Well, not that I can.
So that it misses Callan. Okay.
Yeah,
That's easy enough.
yeah, that way.
You're
Towards
going to
go.
angle it so
there.
it's not facing Callan.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just have to make all my marks here
We'll go ahead and roll your attack.
because of the damage.
So here's a question.
Mhm.
If Curio's attack lights this tree on fire, does this harpy have to make a saving throw from fire?
It is not currently in even though it kind of looks
It's
like it's
over
there,
the tree. It's near it. Yeah.
It's like underneath of it. The tree is
Okay.
higher up.
Okay.
These trees are pretty tall.
Okay.
So he might catch the trunk on fire, but not the
3.
leaves.
Okay, I spent 2 to do it, and then 1 extra to raise the
these aren't
spell
punctured,
level
though.
by 1. Okay. So
Actually, it might. Now that I think about it.
this will end up being 46, but I can't do the 46 that way because it defaults it to first. So I'll have to.
Is there a to hit with this?
They have to roll
A save?
to. Yeah.
Save from it. Yeah.
What's the save?
It's a deck save, maybe.
Just a moment. My chat's in the way.
Oh no.
Do. Dexterity saving throw,
Yeah.
and the DC is
Higher than that.
15.
Okay, they both fail.
Yeah. It's projectiles and similar are usually deck saving throws. Because you're
Okay, so
dodging out the way.
that. Okay, stop rolling now. And then 1 more. Because I raised the level.
Okay, so 10 damage to both.
Yes. When
Okay.
things hit all at once, it's all damage to each. When things hit individually, then each one gets its own individual damage.
Yeah.
All right, so the one in front of you, it is just searing and just drops.
Roasted harpy. Lovely.
So you do catch the tree on fire, though.
Yep, anything that can burn that isn't being held by someone else
Yep.
can catch on fire. But I'm trying to help everybody out.
We'll fix it
Okay.
later.
All right.
We
that
need
end your
someone
turn?
to summon rain.
Just don't remind Meteor that this whole place is set to go off like a wildfire.
Oh, trust me, he knows.
That was my bonus.
Now, to say we don't
My
have any water
attack.
mages.
I've spent to do. I don't think I get my extra unarmed through the use. Yeah, it costs a bonus action. So yes, so I'm going to turn around and growl at the one that's still on top of the.
Okay.
And I'm going to hold my my claws out, and I'm going to stick those puppies out.
Roll. You're gonna try to intimidate it.
Yeah, without intimidating, because I don't have
Yeah.
the action for it. But
Okay.
I sure as heck can spit fire.
Yeah.
Do you have to make an intimidation roll when something knows what you can do?
Kirio's doing that anime thing where you
Uh,
whip out the really sharp claws and the light
Uh-huh.
glints off them just so.
Yep.
okay.
They might be bone, but they sure look like metal at the moment. So that's my turn.
No movement?
Nope. I want to stay right next to this one.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's
now
see.
I'm assuming it's the harpy on top of the roof. Wisdom
It
save.
is.
It's
Roll
in my
wisdom
circle.
save.
That harpy's on fire.
Yep, Nene's getting good use out of that spirit.
It
trap.
fails.
Wow, they're rolling horribly.
Roll your damage.
At least they're surviving the hit, Meteor.
Ooh, 20 damage. Very
Well,
nice.
At least they were surviving the hit.
Okay.
Very nice.
You know, Buff Bud, the wraparound of my chat.
Actually, she gets advantage on that, so she's going to roll one more time.
Ooh.
Dang it.
She still takes 20 damage
Still
Yeah.
takes 20 damage. Dang it.
Failed.
Wait, why does she get advantage? I'm confused.
because she's special.
Yeah, she's special.
Yeah, she's not a normal harpy.
Oh, that's the red one. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Red.
So
Okay.
Buff Bud, that showed up in my chat, and on my
Okay.
chat overlay, it said, and I quote, Domino's forgot the extra pepperoni in the crust. Flavoring again.
That's how it
So-
shows up on mine too, right now. Yep.
The way the wrap is, it's stuff. They forgot the crust.
Flavoring again.
Oh,
Okay, now that I've rolled for
Okay.
damage, Nene needs the bathroom.
don't
Okay.
forget to cover up.
I'll be
Um,
right back.
So this one is, I would like all of you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, I guess
Is-
I'm not going
is this against
bathroom.
charm or
It
fear?
is not charm or fear.
Okay.
I guess I'm
I was
not
gonna
going
say, we still
bathroom.
get advantage on those.
That's why I was quiet, because I was double checking that.
Normal or advantage?
No-
Normal. It's not charm or frighten. I think I failed.
Safflin's gonna fail.
I fail.
Lilia also failed.
Lilia's gonna fail.
Can I go bathroom now?
Yeah. Callan is gonna fail. San's gonna fail. Okay, lots of fails here.
Yeah, and sadly, this bypasses my mirror image. Sadly, it's not a.
Depends on what it is. But yeah, since it's area, it probably does.
Okay, is that everyone? The animals actually need to roll as well because this says creatures.
Okay.
Well, I think so. And if it's not selecting a target, then yeah, it would bypass my mirror image. If it selects a target, then I'd get to roll to see if it selected the correct me as a target. So Meteor, is it just an AoE?
Yeah, it's
It's all
30
within a
feet.
range?
Yep,
Okay.
within 30 feet of it.
So yeah, that
That
bypasses
aren't
mirror image.
constructs or undead.
Yeah, so that bypasses mirror image. So what we're doing now? What happened to us?
Well, the animals need to roll as well.
Oh,
I'm
okay, so
working
this
on it.
one's not humanoid.
Correct, it's creatures that aren't constructs or undead.
Mm.
So I believe I do that.
Yep, okay, Moro saves and Luna fails. Okay, so everyone who failed,
Yep.
You all of a sudden see this harpy as something you very much desire.
Are you
And-
sure that wasn't a charm spell?
It doesn't say it's charmed.
'Cause
It
if we
That
calls
were
it paralysis.
sounds
as
like a charm.
Yes. Because if
It-
we are charmed, if we are given the charmed effect,
It's paralyzing,
then
is what it
yes,
is.
but
Meteor's
the
just trying
wording
to
is
give it
just
some
weird.
flavor.
Wording's weird. Okay.
So it's showing each creature whatever it most desires. So San, she sees a big pile of money. Saflin,
It's
you see
enchanting, not
flowers.
charming.
Yeah. But you drop whatever you're holding and become paralyzed until the end of its next turn.
Well then,
So this is technically a homebrew, so we can debate whether that's a charm or not. It doesn't say or be charmed.
Yep.
Which is why I was thinking it wasn't. It's just paralysis.
Do we have a mark for paralysis?
We do. We have a token for paralysis.
okay, Meteor. To help you out here,
Mm-hmm.
Where is this
Aurora's
token?
going to fall off the back of the
Yup.
thing because he can't hold on to it anymore.
Yup. You will.
Where is this token?
It's something you
Well-
apply to your character.
No, I'm looking through them and I cannot find it.
Yeah, it takes me a long time to find them. Sometimes.
It's in
Oh,
here.
paralyzed. There we go.
Yeah. I was
Oh, I
gonna
didn't
say,
know we
I
could
know for a
apply
fact
our
it's
own.
in here. It's the one with the
Also-
circle around your feet.
Why is Moro on top of Luna?
Is Moro on top of Luna? I think Aurora's on top.
Oh.
Of Luna.
Because Aurora's falling.
Yeah,
So,
Aurora was on the back.
Aurora's
and it
gonna
just
fall off
ripped it.
now.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to mute myself for a second. It's getting way too warm in my room. I have to open my window.
And then
Yeah, it won't let
San.
me apply paralyze to San.
Yeah, I
or
just read it, Meteor. That's not charm. You're good.
Okay. Okay. It's the Visage of Desire.
Right. Yeah. You're good.
Who else?
It's just a weird one, flavor one.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
And it feels like it should be inflicting a charm, but at the same time, it's not charming you. It's just making you stand stock still because you saw something.
Right.
So, I mean, it's more of an enchantment than a charm that's not a
Right.
direct charm.
Okay.
So Saflin, you drop the reins.
Okay,
And
that
if
was going to be
you-
my other question: is do I drop them? Which okay.
Yeah, so you drop whatever you're holding. So if you're holding a staff or anything, you will drop that. You'll drop the reins.
And again, it's not a specific target, so the staff of command does not do its counterattack. I'm never gonna get to use that. They're all AoEs when they happen.
I'm sorry.
It happens.
I'm not
It's
trying
what-
to do that.
It's just what it is.
Yep.
Is what it is.
Yeah, Aurora falls off because he was holding the cart.
Mm-hmm.
So Staffy drops the reins.
Yep.
Aurora, I'm gonna say, wasn't holding his sword yet.
No, he hadn't pulled it out. He was still in the process
Right,
of
because
climbing.
he was holding on the cart.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I had put my loot away because I stopped performing. I
San
didn't
is
drop
gonna
that.
Sit still. So that is going to end this creature's turn.
Okay.
Ooh,
So
it's standing right
who's-
next to me. I appreciate that.
It's
Oh.
minorly
it
annoying.
can move. It can move. I wasn't thinking of that.
It can move and incur attacks of opportunity. Yes,
Yep.
sure can.
I have a question, and this is important.
Yes.
Banana's going to hate me.
Mm-hmm.
The condition of paralyzed, what's the condition actually say?
Oh, I'll read that for you. Paralyzed creature is
Oh,
incapacitated and can't move or speak.
Incapacitated means you
Means
can't
it's gonna
concentrate on a
drop.
spell.
Correct.
okay. Then her.
Well, it
spell
says
drops.
you can't take actions or reactions specifically in the
Yeah,
wording. I
but
just-
if you
I just
look
pulled it
up for concentration of spells, I looked it up just to double check.
Yeah.
That sucks. At
I
least
could
the
have
bad
taken
guys
it
have to
down
deal with it,
myself.
too.
Sorry.
It happens.
Okay.
It's just a thing. It's just
No,
what
I
we're
meant
fighting.
taking down my actual
Yeah, he
radius
could have pulled
myself.
the aura down instead of you
Yep.
doing it. Yeah.
No, I meant
Okay.
I could have taken it off myself.
That's
All
but
right. So
sad.
Callan,
I don't know that anybody has anything else ongoing.
Mirror image is not concentration, so no.
Okay.
Callan's
How
going
do
to-
we snap out of paralysis?
We
End
lose
of
a
her next
turn,
turn.
and we get it. We get a turn next time.
Yeah.
So it's basically lose a turn. There is no save.
Yep. They play do no skip a turn.
Which is going to
Grumble,
be great for the
grumble.
harpies because a lot of you are losing your turn.
Thank goodness my mirror image still stays up, so they
Yep.
still have to try to hit me
Yep.
through mirror image.
Okay. So Callan is going to create his does he have any multi-hit things? Because that's why he was going
The
there.
wide one, the flamethrower one,
Yeah.
that'll hit everybody, including us.
Yeah, it's not great. Not his best choice.
He could angle that one
The tree next to him is on fire.
decently. Yeah. The tree next to him is on fire.
Can he push that harpy into the tree and catch
He
it
has
on fire?
Thunderwave. So yeah. He's gonna
think
cast
that would-
Thunderwave.
That would also impact us, is it not? Or is it just enemies?
15-foot cube, and he
He
can angle it away.
He
Yeah.
can aim
You
it.
guys.
Okay, yeah, as long as he angles it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, he can just hit that one.
So
Slam it into the tree, it'll catch fire too.
Constitution saving throw of 14.
By the way, Firebite, I sent you a Discord message. I have an idea.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw. It fails. So they will take. He's gonna do that at second level too. So 3d8 for 15 force damage, and push it 10 feet away
Into the burning tree.
into the burning tree.
1d6 fire damage.
So
Yes.
15. So this harpy gets smashed into this tree, which is also on fire, catches on fire, and then drops to the ground dead.
I'd say your pizza would be bland without crust flavoring.
All right. So there's 2 harpies down. He's going to use his bonus action.
I'll clap for Callan.
Going to use his bonus action to cast Magic Stone at this other one.
Magic Stone is a cantrip, right?
Yes.
Just clarifying,
Yep.
because that was the discussion earlier.
Yep. Transmutation cantrip. Yes. So 25 hits.
Oh, and Banana is right. We did discuss it way back then that specifically Healing Word was allowed to be cast, even though it's first level spell.
We
Yeah.
did write that
That was
exemption, yeah.
part of
It's
those
in there.
that discussion way back then. I
Yeah.
just remembered it.
Yep. Yeah.
So you're still good, Banana. For
Healing word is special.
Why is Healing Word special then, when my other
because
ones
that's
aren't?
what we decided.
Because it's the cleric's bread and butter, and we decided that was fair.
Because you had already been doing it, and we thought it was weird to stop doing it. So that's why specifically Healing Word is okay. Because it doesn't make sense that you wouldn't be able to.
DM made an executive call that it was allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was confused and getting kind of salty and be like, why all this time allow me
Yep,
and then
that's why
take it
we haven't
away?
been calling you out on it, is because way back then we decided that didn't need to be called out.
We just all forgot over the new year.
Yep. It's been a bit since we had that
Our
discussion. It's
brains
been-
reset.
May all acquaintance
Lack
and
of hurt
Be
house rules
forgot.
be forgot.
And Firebut, I answered you.
Okay. All right. It is now San's turn.
She's paralyzed.
Yep. She is
Until the
paralyzed.
end of
You're
her
right.
turn.
Aurora is also paralyzed, so it's the next harpy's turn. This one, who does not need to make a wisdom save.
Why are a bunch of the harpies missing?
Because they died.
We
Two
killed
of
a
them
bunch.
died,
Oh, okay.
They
and
perished.
one's underneath Aurora, or above Aurora. This one is going to come over to you, Saflin, and it's gonna try, and I think succeed since you are paralyzed, and pull you off of the
Mirror
horse.
image is still active. It's
Oh,
not
you're right.
concentration, so I
You're
get
right.
to roll a d20 to see if it hits me.
If it tries to grab, it might miss.
14?
Oh, I'm supposed to roll it, but it would
Oh,
still
you're
fail.
supposed to roll it? My bad.
It would still fail.
Still fail? Okay.
I have 3 images up, so it has to
Okay,
get
so
under. Yeah.
yeah, you're lucky you have that up then, because it goes to grab you and grabs your duplicate. It's like, ah! And that spends its action.
And the duplicate didn't take damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's still there.
Yep.
Dang.
Because what it's supposed to do is I'm supposed to roll to change the attack's target to a duplicate.
Right.
But if we're accepting
That's
your
right.
roll as though I rolled, then it would.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I needed to roll a 6 or higher to change the target.
Okay.
So
Yep.
What
that's
are we talking about? Chopping off cats? What? What did I miss?
Kinka wants to chop off Grimm's tail and add it to the pizza.
and then
Okay,
it
then.
would
Grim
have been
is
a
Buff's
12
cat.
AC to hit the duplicate.
Grim's tail is too bony. Okay, I just wondered what I missed in chat here.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah, the duplicates have an AC of 12.
Back to chopping off harpy wings.
All right. So yeah,
Harpy wings
that's gonna
fine.
take.
Cattails
That's
no.
gonna be that harpy's turn. 'Cause
Yay!
its whole turn was trying to get you off the horse.
Just trying to take me away.
Yep.
Haha.
So that's going to be top of initiative, and the cart is going to move forward. So anyone that is on the ground is going to move 20 feet further.
Wouldn't it
'cause
be easier
technically
just to
the
move
cart's
everybody
moving,
on the
but-
cart 20 feet to the left?
Yeah, it would be
Probably.
easier to just
Because
select
now
the cart
Callan's
and
in
the
a burning
harpies.
tree.
Yeah. The
Okay.
harpies wouldn't be moving either, though, right now, huh? So it would just be the cart and everyone on it.
Yeah,
And just
the
the
cart.
harpy on top.
Yeah.
You should be able to just select them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can select everyone. 5, 10,
And just pull
15,
everyone
20.
forward 4
Yeah,
spaces.
I'm pulling everyone forward except those on the ground. The harpies are flying next to it, so I feel like they would go with it.
Now that
Technically,
we're
they
in
would have.
combat, they
That
would
would
have
be
to
their
move on their
movement.
turns.
They would have to move on their turn. They don't get to move
Yeah.
freely when the cart moves.
Okay.
You would have to use their turn to
Just
move
the
them.
one on top because it's attached.
Yeah, and the one that attacked me would not be caught up with me unless it chose to move ahead at the end of its turn.
20. So then the harpies. are
And
gonna
this one needs to move.
back,
Yeah, the
Yep.
one that attacked me would need to go back where it was.
20 there. 20 there. Okay.
Sorry, Meteor. Got to be equal there.
Gotta be fair.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right. Okay. So Lilia, your turn is skipped. Stafflin, your turn is skipped.
And I can remove the paralyzed token now, because we are no longer paralyzed.
Yep. Nobody's paralyzed now.
You are still paralyzed until the end of the harpy's turn.
Until the end of their turn. not
No,
the
it's our
harpies.
turn, Meteor.
Yeah.
Our turn. That's how the conditions work.
An affected creature drop whatever it's holding and become paralyzed until the end of its
Until it's
being
Correct.
yours.
It's the
Gotcha.
creature's turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
So
reading
it's-
that
it's-
until the
it's
end
the
of the
target-
harpy's turn.
No, it's the target's turn.
Okay. I just misread that then.
Because
Well,
otherwise, you would run the potential of them being out for 2 turns.
So
which is
doesn't
kind of
that mean
unfair,
Son
and
and
this guarantees that
Aurora's-
you're automatically going to lose 1.
Son and
Son-
Yeah, they're
Aurora.
not paralyzed anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not paralyzed anymore either. It guarantees that everyone that's affected is paralyzed for at least 1 turn.
Yep.
The way it's written.
Okay.
Because they had to skip their turn. It's just they're no longer paralyzed, but they definitely didn't get their turn.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So
It is good to read because some things do last until the end of your turn.
It'll
Right.
be this harpy's turn now, and they are going to attack Aurora. This paralyzed
prone.
Yeah, he's prone.
He's not paralyzed anymore, but he is prone, so they have
Right.
advantage
So,
if they
Right.
smack him with melee attacks.
so yeah, that one's gonna land on the ground next to him. And do 2 melee attacks on him with advantage. 18's gonna hit.
Yep.
For 11 damage.
So he's now down 9 health.
And then she's gonna roll another hit, which hits.
Yep. Poor Aurora.
Well, he had the temp. He no longer has the
5
temp,
more.
So he's now down a total of 14 hit points.
including the temp.
Yeah, temp's already been gone.
Okay.
That first hit took off the rest of the temp, and then
Yeah.
some extra.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to get an Eldritch tattoo, which gives me ranged, could I
Gives you
use?
ranged on melee, I believe.
Okay, so it wouldn't work with a spell that had to be touch.
No,
Dang it!
Not how that-
unless it specifically says it's a melee spell attack.
Okay,
That's going to be another hit on Aurora.
dang it.
No,
But
there's
I
a
think
different.
it
There's a different way
specifically
to do
says
that.
your melee weapon attacks or what
For
it
9
does.
more damage.
So he's down 23, and
That's another hit.
Dang it, Aurora! Stop getting hit.
I'm gonna have to spare the dying Aurora in a minute.
he's still
For
somewhat
7.
good. So it's 30 damage, right? He still has 37 left.
Okay.
That's a lot of damage on Aurora. I
Yep.
think that's the most damage I've ever done to Aurora.
Make sure you deal. Make sure you stick him on or deal 30 damage to his health or meter, because I can't do it.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize you couldn't do it. Yes, I will
No,
do that.
we cannot control the health of characters that are not assigned to us.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was saying it out loud, is so that I can keep it in my head.
So 30 total points of damage.
Yeah, he doesn't have any temp anymore, and he did 30 on top
Okay.
of it. So you've done 38 points of damage total so far
Oh.
to him.
38 total. Okay.
Yeah, because you had to take down the 8 temp that Safi gave him.
All right. So he's at 37 then.
Yep.
Okay. Next up, we have this harpy.
The green one.
Hold on. He had his actions then. Which of those was the big hit?
The biggest hit was on the first harpy, I believe.
Oh, that's true. I would have my stuff back now too.
Your reactions, yeah.
I would have been able to silvery barbs one. Yeah.
Well, he's
I would
got
have
stone
had back.
endurance. He can reduce some damage, which is why
Yeah.
I'm asking. I don't know that he would have done it on the first or second hit, but by the third or fourth, he would probably be.
11, probably.
How much did the third and fourth hit do?
Third and fourth did 9 and 7.
Okay, so
I seen
the third
6
one
and
would probably
7.
be.
Well, those are to hit rolls, not.
Oh.
The 6 is to hit, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this plus 3. Just take the first one.
The first one, so minus 10. So
that was the 9. It would have completely gotten rid of it.
So
and then the second one too. So undo the last 2 sets of damage.
So 16 damage.
It was 9 and 7. Yeah.
Okay.
So just heal him for 16.
Okay.
and mark off 2 of his stone endurances.
All right. Yeah, and
So
I'm not
that
gonna
is-
retcon a silvery barbs. I'll just know I have it for anything that happens until this turn's over.
Yeah, the first hit or second hit he might have been okay with, but definitely by, the third and fourth being kicked while he's down would be a no, I
Can
don't
he-
like that very much.
Can he do 2 of those in the same reaction?
When you take damage, oh, nope, he can only do 1, so just the
Okay.
You
9.
would just do one.
I was
It
gonna
does
say.
use his reaction.
I was gonna say.
So yeah, so you can add 7 of the damage back.
Okay.
Sorry. Thank you very much.
Yep. All right. So he's at 46 then. Not
Yes.
bad. All right. So now we're at this one who did Luring Song last time. And it is going to it's going to go up to San.
Yep, she's on the ground too.
Yeah, she's on the ground. And she's still up in the air, but she's going to attack her. 18. Going
Silvery
to hit.
barbs.
Okay.
Roll again, take the lower.
Yep. 18. Who
Okay.
gets the rest of it?
I will pass the advantage to Curio.
Okay.
You have advantage on your
Your next roll.
roll.
Yep.
Well, it has to roll again because it might actually roll lower than an 18.
Well, he did roll
It
twice.
did.
It was an eight.
I
it
rolled
was both
twice and they were
times.
both 18s.
Oh, I thought it had advantage against Son anyways because Son is prone.
She's not prone. She's just standing there at the moment.
Yeah, she's
She
not on the
didn't
I
fall.
thought
ground.
she was paralyzed.
She was paralyzed, but she didn't fall. Like
Oh, okay.
Aurora did.
And her paralysis ended already. She's not currently incapacitated.
Correct.
She's already lost.
Okay.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
paralyzed.
Yeah, I see. They didn't fall. The reason he was prone is because he fell off the cart. Okay.
Right.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. All caught up. Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay,
so she's still gonna get hit, but you now have advantage.
So 11 damage to Sun.
Have it
Have
Uncanny
with
dodge.
uncanny dodge.
okay. So that is rounded down to 5. Not 25. 5. Okay. And then it's gonna roll.
Does she often use that, or does she forget to?
I think she forgets.
Okay, because that's
8 is gonna miss.
She remembers sneak attack and wails from the grave, but she forgets uncanny dodge and evasion.
Okay. And that brings it to Curio's turn.
I'm going to swat at the leader very, very hard.
Use your
Okay.
advantage.
Yes, I do believe I'm going to.
I mean, you don't have a choice. It's there. It's the first roll you make.
Okay.
You don't get to hold on to it.
So, to-do, that's a plus.
Nice.
I think I hit it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that'll hit it for 7 slashing.
I'm assuming
right.
it's still there.
It is still there.
The die is slowly rolling, and I'm not sure when it's going to stop.
13 to hit.
13 is going to miss.
Okay, hold on. I've got a thing for this. Focused aim. When I miss with an attack, I can spend 1 to 3 key points to increase roll by 2. I'm going to hope that a 15 hits and only spend 1.
Okay.
Does a
Okay.
15 hit?
A 15 hits.
Okay, take the damage.
7
Alright,
damage.
so 7 more damage. Got it.
And then flurry of blows.
Okay.
Is it still alive?
It is still alive.
Okay, next hit. Hopefully.
I think roll 20 is a little laggy today.
A little
Yeah.
bit.
13's gonna miss.
I'm going to spend another one.
For another focus damage.
Yep, to add 2 for 15.
That's gonna hit, doing 10 more damage. It is still up.
And another cat's claw. Row. Hiss, kick, kick. I'm not spending one for that one.
Alright.
Okay, yeah, 12's
will
gonna
miss.
miss. All right. Anything else?
No, that's all I can do. Oh, darn it. You know what I should have done? I should have spent a point to make it for the previous one to make it stunned.
Yeah,
Actually,
would
it's
have been
later.
good.
Can I do that for
Uh,
my previous hit?
Still spending all of his key points, but also spending an extra one.
so you want to spend an extra one to try and
To
stunning
make it
blow.
make a con save.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stunning strike.
yeah, you can do
Okay.
that on the last one.
Yep, make it make a
Yeah,
con
or
save.
15,
DC
yeah.
14.
Okay.
I keep forgetting I have that too. It's as bad as
Mhm.
Son forgetting that she can have damage.
It fails.
Okay,
Hey!
it's stunned.
Okay. So can't move. Fail strength and dex saves. Attackers have.
Let's see how
Oh.
long it lasts.
It is incapacitated.
Until the end of my next turn.
Okay. That ends your turn.
Yes.
All right. That brings it to its turn, where
Stunned.
it does nothing. And now it's Callan.
Yay!
All right. So
Callan, help
Callan-
Aurora.
Yep.
Yes, that is his plan, is to help Aurora at the moment.
I got you. I got you.
And he is going to cast. Let's see. We could either do Chaos Bolt or Scorching Ray. Hmm. I think he's going to do Chaos Bolt at second level. That is plus 15's going to hit. And is going to do $17.
Oh, darn, they weren't evil.
Yeah, they weren't
equal.
They weren't equal. 17 psychic damage. So this one describes its head and starts screeching as it takes 17 damage.
It'll
And
be
then
cool when that
he's-
actually hits.
When it actually does the double.
Yeah.
And then he's going to use his bonus to cast another magic stone. $18's going to hit for...
You only need to cast it once, and it gives you 3 rocks.
Yep. 7 damage.
Nice.
He still has to roll the to hit each time, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still has to throw each of the 3 rocks.
You just
Yeah.
don't have to cast it each time.
Right.
Mhm.
So 7 more damage,
All the damage.
and that one is down.
Woo!
Now it's Son's turn.
Da-da-da. Does anyone else want to take over for her? Or you want me to?
I can take over for her. Fine.
I mean, I'm fine either way.
All right. So Son is getting attacked right now, so she's gonna attack back. She's gonna
Her
use her
vicious rapier.
yeah, her vicious rapier for 14, which does hit, I believe. Yes, it does. And it's gonna do 13 damage, max roll.
Wells from the whatever
Wells
it is.
from the
Spells
grave.
from the grave. Yep.
Yep. Which is-
There you go.
Thank you.
7 damage on the other one.
Can she specify that it be on the big harpy?
It has to be on one within a certain range, typically.
Within 30 feet, 5, 10, 15. The
Yeah,
other one
so-
is within 30 feet.
Assuming that we're not having to compensate for a weird height, yeah.
Yeah, that one's definitely within 30 feet.
Cool.
So matriarch is taking the 7 then. Okay. All right, and then
Oh,
does she
and
have multi-attack at all?
nope,
No.
doesn't look like it.
Doesn't she get 2 attacks with finesse weapons or something like that as a rogue?
If she does, I don't see that
2
anymore.
weapon fighting?
Mm,
I'm checking. Expertise, sneak attack, thieves can't, cunning action, steady aim.
The light melee weapon you're holding in one hand, you can use a bonus action to attack with a different light melee weapon that you're holding in the other hand.
Is that a thing that you see somewhere?
That is 2 weapon fighting.
yeah, which all of us have the ability to do technically. It
Oh.
it mainly is meant for with a light melee weapon, like if you have a
Yeah.
dagger.
No,
You
but she
can
does have
do
your
daggers, but
second-
she
you
wouldn't have
can
been
do a
able
Is
to
the
second
pull
one
those
vicious-
out.
Is the vicious rapier a light melee? It does not have the light property, so
Nope.
she
Nope,
can't use
so
it
it's
with
not
this.
light.
Yeah, light is pretty much specific to small weapons, so
Yep.
things like
So
a
if
dagger.
you'd use the dagger. Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Then
And Morrow's
She'll
going
use her-
to attack.
bonus action, which was Whales from the Grave, right?
That's just for an attack that doesn't
that's
take
just for
an
an attack?
action.
Yeah, it's a freebie. It doesn't take a
Yeah.
action.
Okay.
It's a feature.
Her tattoo doesn't have a bonus action, does it? Okay.
Correct. That's an action.
She could dash or disengage. Or she can move in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the disengage would let her get away from those that she's
Without
right
an
next
attack
to.
of opportunity, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So she wanted to move away.
I think she's gonna disengage and move
Hold on.
30 feet forward.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she would, because what Pika would do, I believe, is have Moro come out to attack, and with both
Yes.
her and
And then
Moro
pack
next to it,
tactics, yep.
pack tactics could kick
Yeah,
in,
San would not move.
Yep. Nope, you're right. You're absolutely right.
and then Moro would do the attack.
Okay, Moro. I wasn't even thinking about Moro.
Yeah, because otherwise Moro would just be a base attack. But pack tactics,
Right.
So Moro
advantage attacks is
has
nice.
a tattoo, though.
Yeah, but that's an action to activate.
Okay.
Yeah, so he would
Just bite.
he would attack
Yeah,
with pack
okay.
tactics.
That harpy is up in the air, not very high,
Well, how about the other one?
because that's the one that was trying to pull Saflin off the horse.
What
They're
about
both
the other one?
they're both up in the air about head height, like right above San's head.
Let's be realistic. Son would probably have a prejudice against the one that tried to pull Cub off of the horse.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Moro can jump.
Moro can jump.
Yeah.
I'll roll.
But Moro's also a large creature.
I mean,
Does it
just-
need to jump?
Just without any extra rolls, Moro can jump up to 3
okay.
feet. So
Up
Yeah,
to 3 feet.
he can go up on his hind legs and just
Yep.
get it. He's pretty tall.
Yeah, Moro's a large creature. I'm fairly certain she
Yeah.
would be able to reach to begin with.
Yeah, probably. Okay.
She's just
Luna,
gonna rear up on
maybe
her hind
not.
legs and just and chomp.
yeah. For some reason, Meteor likes to have Moro with the medium one instead of a large one. So Moro is actually a 2x2.
Yeah, Moro's big.
Yeah.
Moro, big girl.
Okay. So bite.
There you go.
18 to hit.
18 because pack tactics, right?
Mm-hmm.
18 definitely hits for 5 damage.
And make a DC 13 strength.
Yep, strength save.
To be grappled, right?
Not prone.
Oh,
Not
knocked
to the
prone.
ground.
Yeah, just grab it and drag it to the ground, basically.
16.
It
Darn.
saves.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dang.
Okay.
So there you go. But at least it took damage.
Yep. Okay. Aurora's turn.
Question. Does
Yes.
Aurora still have the prayer beads?
Yes.
Is there still a healing one on there?
Should be if you hadn't spent it. Should still be there.
Healing, summoning, damage, buff, jewelry. Yes, cure wounds is still on there. So that can definitely be
Is
Yeah, he
he
can heal himself if it's needed.
yeah.
I know what I'm intending to do on my turn.
Let's see what he would actually do because he's been hurt pretty bad,
Yeah.
but not pretty
Well,
bad. But he has
also
been hurt pretty bad.
He also has lay on hands to heal himself
Yeah.
with a pull from that.
That's
So
an
it's just-
action though.
Yeah. The beads are a bonus, that's true.
Let's
But
see what
do the
else is on
bead-
the prayer beads.
does the bead break once he uses it?
No.
No, it regenerates.
They restore at dawn.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's
Before I
okay.
gave it to him, I thought they broke.
Well, considering we've almost never used them.
Yep. You guys used them a bit for a while.
I know
but
we
then you
used
stopped
it
using them.
once for sure.
You've used it a couple times.
One of these days we need to talk Nihon into using planar ally.
Yeah.
It doesn't have that. There
Is
was
that one it doesn't have?
There was
Oh, right.
specific ones on it. It was like bless, cure wounds, and
Branding Smite, I know was
Maybe
one.
Branding
Yeah, I know
Smite,
one
yeah.
of the smites was on there for sure.
No,
It was
right.
listed in the notes when I gave
Yeah.
it to y'all. It should still be in the notes.
Yeah, it's just not easily visible on his character sheet for the thing, so I didn't know.
Well, if you click it, it should show you the notes.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the notes on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe
I
he
had
didn't
the notes
add.
on there originally, but
Yeah.
Maybe the
It's all good.
description didn't transfer.
So he
Maybe.
would probably do Branding Smite and pull out his. Well, he would pull out his greatsword, do Branding Smite, and then attack the one next to him. Because he likes to do Branding Smite a lot. He likes to do
really
the
does.
Burning Smite and the Branding Smite a lot.
The searing smite.
Yeah. So he would do that and then roll to attack with the greatsword. Is that okay with everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
22 is going to hit. It has 2 bless, 2 cure wounds, and 2 branding smites.
Okay.
I knew I wrote it down. Alright, so 11 damage.
And then the Searing Smite.
Next to him. I assume he stood up.
Yeah, he would be better off not staying on the ground.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm looking for the item. Because the extra damage from this. 2d6 radiant damage.
For 9 more. And that one goes down.
Yay!
Go, Aurora! Yeah, I think he would be more interested in taking them out so they can't hurt us anymore before he healed himself. Because
Yeah.
he's still pretty good health-wise. Especially now that he stood up.
Okay.
So there's 3 more left.
Yep.
Does he want to move at all?
He would probably move up to the one next to San and Moro, probably put himself between them, so right there, that way he could attack either one.
Okay.
Especially if it tries to fly away,
True.
because he's
Alright.
tall.
Next up is this harpy, who is going to use its luring song. So everyone
Wisdom
needs to roll
save.
a wisdom saving throw, please.
No advantage this time, sadly. Just normal roll.
What's the DC for this?
DC is 11.
So
Oh,
I'm
good. I
good.
just made it. Checking
And it's
Aurora.
minus the cats, right? Or the animals.
Humanoid, so
Yeah,
yeah.
no animals.
Okay, Aurora made it. Let's see how San does.
Son makes it.
Go San.
Alright, so we're all immune to that one so far. Callan?
Callan.
We're,
Callan
Just
makes
barely.
it.
we're all
You
immune.
all saved again.
Just
We're all
barely
immune.
for 2 of us that time.
Change its color, please, Meteor.
The
Yep.
only one that can hit us now is the matriarch.
Yep.
Okay.
It's worth trying.
And that's good. Yep. That was its best option there.
Is it going to try and flee and get hit?
It is kind of
Is
getting
it desperate
surrounded at
enough
the
to
moment.
run? It might.
Yeah, it's kind of getting surrounded at the moment, so it is going to try and move. Yeah, over to
Okay.
Callan.
Uh,
So Aurora, San, and Moro all good opportunity attacks.
yes, Aurora would go first because it would technically move out of his range first. And then Son, and then Moro.
That'd be what would be beneficial. So yeah. So I'll go ahead and swing.
9's gonna miss.
I don't know that he has anything that can improve that.
Nope, I don't believe so.
San.
19
don't get
hits.
sneak attack
That's a
Yeah,
19
a
to hit.
19 is going to hit
with 11
for
damage.
11.
Yep, just 11.
Okay. And
Still
Moro.
up.
Yep.
And then Moro gets to do
That
theirs.
one had barely been hit yet.
Moro's turn.
18 hits
to
for
hit.
14.
18.
And strength DC.
Yep.
If it's still up, it has to do the strength saving throw.
It is still up, so it's gonna save.
Okay, so
It
it
manages
gets
to
to fly
fly
out.
away.
All right,
Gets
it's
to
gonna
fly
go over
off.
to Callan and end its turn.
Okay.
So back to top of the initiative. And
You can do
Okay.
stuff now, Lilia.
Yep,
Uh,
Lilia's
hey.
turn.
not yet.
Oh.
Well,
Oh, yeah, the thing moves.
2, 3. There.
yeah, the cart moves.
Why did I get ejected from the
Lilia,
cart?
You were supposed
That's
to be on the
weird.
cart.
Not sure.
He just didn't have you selected somehow.
Yeah,
No,
but
like,
if
it,
she
like,
was selected,
elongated it.
she would have just stayed there. That's weird.
I was
Yeah, it looked-
ejected from the cart.
The thing like elongated my selection of it when I moved it. It was weird.
The cart hit a rock.
Lilia, you rolled too high of a stealth check. It couldn't find you.
I was just ejected. Okay.
Okay, now it's Lilia's turn.
Okay, so if I try to stand up and look out or look up the top of the cart, would I be able to see the harpy on top?
Yes, probably, but you'll have to be like hanging on the back.
It'd be
Or you
easier
can
just for you to climb up
You have
top.
a climb speed.
Yep,
Okay.
you can do it.
Fine then. I am climbing on top of the cart.
Okay, that's easy enough for you.
Yep.
So you're up top now. What spell is that?
Guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt. Okay.
Lots of damage.
25 is gonna hit for 16 radiant. Okay,
Nice.
done.
Is she still up?
She is still up.
Sadly, you rolled 3 1s with that. Ouch.
Yeah.
Still rolled good, though.
Yeah, 16 with 3 1s. That's pretty dang good.
Let me see something for a sec.
You do get to do a bonus action if you have one.
No. Guiding bolt is a cantrip, right?
Yep,
No.
First
I think
level.
so. No,
No, it's not.
Third.
You see where
She
it says
cast-
source?
Oh, she casted at 3rd level.
And it's a first level evocation normally.
Oh,
so it's
yeah, I
not a
see
cantrip.
that.
Okay,
It is not.
so I am going to, just because I'm worried, I am going to, come on. Because I can, it's a
You'll
60
catch on
foot
eventually.
Gonna do a
Yeah.
healing word.
on
Bonus keyword,
Aurora.
7 points.
So heal Aurora 7 more
Okay.
of these meteor.
Can do.
Since you're allowing me to do that as my bonus.
Yes.
Yep.
Now, how would Luna need line of
Thank
sight
you.
to attack with her
Yes.
maul?
Yes. But I believe Luna has a climb speed.
Does
She
she?
does.
Pretty sure she does.
Panther's climb, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, check her step
Oh
block.
yeah, she has a climb speed, so I will
Yep.
get her to climb on top.
Okay.
This little bird is now surrounded by cats.
3
Yep.
cats.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay,
Tinkling's
so-
the only one still down.
Her Eldritch Maul is up for a minute. Would that one missed turn have been more than a minute? No way.
No.
No.
There's
No,
10
no.
rounds in a minute.
About 6 seconds.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's
so
10
she can
combat rounds in
still
a minute.
Eldritch Bite.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
All the nom noms.
Eldritch
Ooh,
Bite.
20 to hit. Very good.
20 for 80. Not 80.
8.
8 more damage.
6 piercing, 2 force.
Okay.
Yep.
And
Very good.
leave it like that, I guess.
Okay.
All right. Well, then it is now Stephanie's turn.
I am going
Grab
to
the reins.
grab the reins and stop the cart. That is my action. I've been
Alright.
waiting. I'm like, I know what I'm doing on
Hmm.
my turn. It's just gotta get to me.
So you dropped the reins before.
Yeah, so I'm picking them up again and I am stopping the horses.
I'm just debating how they.
That's my
would drop.
action. I'm
Yeah.
spending my action.
Yeah.
Even if they dropped off kilter, she's still taking her
Yeah.
time to reach for
Yeah,
them.
I'm taking my
Yeah.
full action to do this.
Yeah.
I'm not doing
Okay.
anything else in my action this turn. So this is the bulk of my turn.
I was just debating if I would have you roll anything to see if you could reach them. But I think it wouldn't be difficult. It at the very least it's on the wooden thing that connects them, so it wouldn't be too difficult. Okay.
Yeah. All right, so I will use my action to do that and try to slow the horses.
All right, the horses
Come
start
to a
stopping.
stop.
Come to a stop.
Mm-hmm.
And I will bonus action Mantle of Inspiration, leaning over the side of the cart a little bit so that I can see the party members who were kind of fallen behind here.
Okay.
And so they all will get 8 temporary hit points, and if they have less than that, they will go back up to 8 temporary hit points.
And then the move.
And they can use their reactions to move should they have them, which is a
Sadly,
new round.
Thon, Aurora, and Moro
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah, anybody who did attack of opportunity cannot move, but they will get the temp hit points, which is still good.
Yep.
And that gives Callan an opportunity to move away.
Yep.
Without being attacked?
So I'm
Yep.
gonna
Correct.
Okay.
That is why you have to expend the reaction to do it. Yep. He will not take an attack from Green Harpy.
Callan. Here we go. 10, 15.
So he can run back up to the
20,
cart, he can
25,
run over to the others, he can just get away from the
30.
harpy, whatever he wants.
He's gonna go there.
Okay.
All right.
And that's my turn, because I'm not moving anywhere, because I am controlling the horses.
Good job.
Okay. So next up is
Hey,
this
Oogie.
harpy, which is going to. Can't do its luring song. Everyone's immune. It is going to.
Would it know we're immune?
Yeah.
Okay.
It knows its song well enough to know that if it didn't affect you the first time, it wouldn't work again. It's an intelligent creature.
Okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't try it again unless it had no other options.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. My question is, would they try to run if they've expended all their other options?
That's what I'm debating, if she's gonna attack or run.
Could roll a d20 for it.
Not a bad idea.
Let the dice decide.
All right, she's gonna attack. All right, so 2 attacks on Aurora.
Now, would it go after the one that's, since they're intelligent, would it go after the one that's in the tin can?
It's in the tin can. Oh. Well, Aurora looks the most hurt.
That is true.
Yeah.
That was my logic.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
I will
It's gonna miss
expend.
both.
Okay, cool. I was about to silvery barbs, but I don't need to.
Yeah. Because Aurora's is 18, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, both miss. And now it's gonna run.
Okay.
It runs.
It tries to attack Aurora twice, seeing that he's already fairly damaged, and realizes that neither of its attacks did anything, and now it's afraid. Now it's gonna run. So
Attack of
and
opportunity.
nobody has their reactions back. It's not
Wow.
back to them.
Yep. It's not been their turn yet.
So no.
What's its
Uncontested running.
Yeah, its other friend took the brunt of that.
Yeah, the other friend burned their reaction.
Okay. And next up is Curio.
Hiss, hiss, snarl, snarl, growl, growl, smack, smack.
Okay. All right,
Unarmed
that ends your
strike?
turn. No. Okay.
No. Cat's claws.
24 is gonna hit. It is still up.
Keep rolling well. Keep rolling well.
22 is gonna hit. How do you want to do that?
I'm going to kick it off and let the last trample of the horses run it over.
Okay, so before you stunned it, So it's still like kind of in a daze.
Oh, right. I should have had advantage. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, I
Not that we
was.
needed it.
So there was a little more hiss, hiss, and snarl, snarl.
Should we have had advantage this entire time while up on the top? For flanking?
Only those of you that are in opposite
that are
corners.
flanking.
So,
So yeah, none
Curio
of you
and
are in
Nina would
opposite
have-
corners technically.
Yeah, and it was.
Yeah.
It's there, so no one's across directly from it.
Yeah,
After
nobody's
Luna came up, if I
standing on
was
the
where
roof where I
Safi
am.
was, it would be
Yeah.
Yeah, Saflin's down below, so she's not in that
I'm not
flanking
flanking.
thing.
Okay.
Correct.
So it's
Yeah.
all good. So,
Morrow gets to be adjacent. Everybody else has to be opposite corners.
Well, since I'm moving anyways and I get one, I'm going to take it off with me and pounce it to the ground.
Okay.
I mean, the cart's slowing down, so it's not moving as
Yeah.
fast.
All right. So
And-
you pounce it to the ground and land on top of it and dig your claws in.
And keep moving
And
because I'm
just
going after the other one.
Snap its neck.
Rawr.
Snap its neck, and then just keep moving, not even looking back.
Yep. And this one is high up in the air right now.
I can reach
So-
30 feet
Oh, you can reach 30
unless it went straight up.
because you got your tattoo.
Well, no, not because of that. It's because I rated Bolt as a ranged magic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Special
he can,
attack.
he can aim it up.
I didn't see
Yeah,
that
he
you were
cast a
doing
spell
radiant
for that
sunbolt.
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And yeah, she's within 30 feet.
So 7 radiant damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Done.
And stay out.
Ah!
Okay.
You stay out.
Wait, they
My turn's
actually
over.
talk?
Yeah,
They
they do.
do.
They do have
They
language.
speak common.
Then why are we not just trying to?
We tried to be nice. They attacked us.
Yep, they're evil. They're
They
evil
didn't-
and sadistic.
They didn't like that you interrupted their song with a different song.
I didn't
Alright.
trust their song. I was right not to trust their song.
Uh,
Everybody knows minor chords means you're evil.
All right, so now it's Callan's turn. Callan does not like that other one attacked him, so he's gonna or tried to come over to him for an attack. So he's going to do another Chaos Bolt.
Need a user? I take offense to that. My minimum
First
performance
level
score
is
is an
fine.
11.
14's gonna hit. For 12. Let's see, what damage type is that? Cold damage. And that is E. And so that one's gonna freeze and drop to the ground dead. Next to a burning tree.
So we only have one left.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. We still have a burning tree.
He's going to come this way.
Oh no.
What?
I just realized something about Chaos Bolt. I'll tell you later.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. And what's the range on this?
Cynthia is a beast.
They're talking Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
The range on this.
On what?
On Magic Stone.
I think
At least
it's
I'm
not
assuming
range.
it's
60 feet.
Pokemon.
60 feet.
Yeah, should either be like 30, 60, or 61,
13's
20.
gonna hit. 7 more damage on that one.
Did the tail spell actually happen at any point?
No. If it never does, that's what I need to discuss. Because the effect of it is awesome.
Yeah.
But I just read something that makes it not as awesome for us.
Yeah.
Pretty much the effect of it. It's on turn.
Yep.
Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. Things are lagging.
You
Target
may.
bounces.
Yep, it's not a you may. It is.
Yeah,
it
it is.
targets. You get to pick the target, but it targets.
Yeah, so you can in
And you
theory
make a new
just keep
attack roll,
bouncing
and it can jump again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the thing is, if there's no enemy nearby when that happens, but an ally is within 30 feet, it targets.
Mm.
It's not a you may choose a new target. It is. It targets.
Target with you could target. A different creature.
Yeah.
So you can't just target
It's not
the
specifically
ground.
hostile. Yep, got to target a creature. That was the thing that I just noticed. Is it's not a you may either. If it activates, whether you want it to or not.
Okay.
That's so funny.
Yeah, in the comments they're talking about it, and they say there's enough wiggle room in a different creature of your choice to allow a choice of no target if the DM is feeling generous.
I wouldn't, but that's just me. I'm evil that way.
I think it'd be funnier if it hits one of you guys.
Well, yeah, it would make your life easier.
Would. Okay, so San's turn.
I could have sworn that she had a crossbow, but apparently she doesn't. So she'll throw a dagger at the other one trying to get away. She will move over.
Yeah, I've put crossbows out, but she's never taken any.
Yeah.
She's been offered them multiple times and hasn't tried to take them except in that last trap at the goblin camp where she couldn't.
I mean, she's upset at them
The
and
only
everything
time
else.
she's tried to take one.
She would move over so it's as close as possible, but I think it still puts it out of 20 feet range. And so
20, 25, 30, and
heck, it's still a good
25
roll
up in the
for.
air. 15 is still gonna hit. Yeah.
Yep, 15. No sneak attack though, but 8
Sneak
damage.
attack, so 8 damage.
As she threw her dagger +1 up at it and sliced its foot or something like that.
It is looking very badly damaged at the moment, but
Darn.
it is still up.
We tried, gang.
Trying
We
to
tried.
flee. That is a light weapon, though, so she could throw another dagger.
Nah, it's not worth it to do it because all the other ones are her good stuff, and I'd hate for her to lose those.
I mean, we can spend time retrieving them from the field after the battle. That's the intent.
You could also use one of her poisoned daggers to get the extra damage, possibly.
He was saying he didn't want to because if you throw it, technically you don't have it anymore, and he doesn't want to lose it. But
Yeah,
again, that's why you
it's her
search the
stuff.
field after, because you know where she threw it. Yeah.
She has multiple dagger +1s. She has 2 of them.
Oh, okay. Well, heck,
They're just not equipped on there, so
we'll go whip.
Okay. 13 is still gonna hit.
For the sake of
because it's a smaller one.
yeah.
Yep.
So 7 more damage.
So 7 more damage is gonna do it.
For the sake of
Firedale,
argument.
how does she want to do this?
Nice.
I'd assume that she'd reach over and grab it and stab it another time with her dagger of venom just to make sure
After
it's
it drops to the ground.
Yeah.
So she throws the first dagger up. It sticks into its abdomen, and it's bleeding out. And then she throws the second one up and gets it right under the beak in its neck, and it falls down to the ground hard. And she comes up, takes both daggers out, and just plunges them into the top of its head.
Kinder than I would be. I would have had it drink the poison soup.
All right. So that takes us out of initiative.
That's just sadistic.
Hello, tiefling.
So I
Yeah,
guess I
because
will.
these things don't need to be left free because they're apparently dangerous.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hop down off the top of the cart and be like, okay, who needs healing?
Aurora.
Yep,
Point
Aurora
at
can lay
Aurora.
on hands though to take care of his 21 points.
She can also healer's kit.
Yeah,
If
that's
them
what
want
I
to
was
spend
gonna
multiple
do.
spell slots.
Well, I
Why'd you
also
put all
have
the
the
harpies
wand.
back? For looting?
Yeah, just to show their positions.
Okay, so I will hop down now that the horses are stopped, make sure that they're calm, and then I'll try to loot this one.
Yeah, it's easy enough to calm them. Okay. 2.
It's investigation.
I'm going to check. Oh, you're already checking the one that I
I was
planned.
just doing the yellow.
Okay.
I was doing the one that was closest, honestly.
Uh-huh.
I'm healing another 7 to Aurora, please.
Yay, healing.
I mean, if you're assisting with the looting, you could also roll for that, or I
Okay.
could roll with advantage either way.
So
Just go for advantage.
Okay.
with oh yeah, go ahead and roll advantage.
That's my birdie toy.
18. Okay.
Much better.
So with an 18, there are lots of things on a harpy that can be valuable. Their feathers, their talons, and their vocal cords.
Are we really gonna dismantle these harpies right here and now?
So
Stonewood.
if you want to get those, you can.
Yes.
I can tell you for a fact, if Pika was here,
It's worth
Son
it.
would be
It's worth
dismantling
it.
these. Yeah. If they're valuable, they're prizes.
And then you would know the same for the other ones too.
Do we have to
Information.
roll survival for not
Yeah,
maiming the
to harvest
stuff?
them well. Yes, I will have you roll. Whoever's going to try to cut this stuff out, will need to roll.
Who has the best survival modifier?
I have +6.
Okay.
I believe me and Lily are tied for 6. I don't know that
Alright,
anyone
well,
has any higher. Kellen might.
Curio's the closest to me right now. That's to you. He would probably do it.
Yeah. We would get them all together to do it.
And I would assist
I'd say
Curio.
survival for that.
And help Kellen also search the rest and get them all together.
Yeah.
Would we be
assist with the
dismantling
harvesting to
all
give
the
you
harpies?
advantage. Son would.
Unless you don't want to.
Well, can I try and say now that I've healed? Did you give Aurora his 7 health?
Yeah, you and Callan can go investigate
I
and harvest the other
can,
ones.
yes.
Yeah. We're just doing one at a time here.
Or just look at them, learn about them,
Yep,
do whatever
a
you
24 you can get all that stuff easy.
We have the vocal cords of a harpy matriarch.
Yep. But
Yeah,
figure
for
out
the
what
heart-
Lilia wants to do too.
That's going to make it even more expensive, the fact that it's from a matriarch. So the vocal cords will fetch you about, from a matriarch, I'd say 10 gold. From the non, it'd be 2 gold per vocal cord.
And
Okay.
what did you want to do, Lilia?
Well, I was trying to ask, did you give Nihon the extra 7 health?
Yes.
Okay. Can I,
He's up to 60.
on one of the non-specialized harpies, can I try and do a dismember?
Yeah.
Do you want help?
Also, Curio.
Sure.
Yeah, have
with your
someone
roll.
assist you so you get advantage.
Yeah,
You also
let's
get the
have
talons, which
Callan.
are 5 silver each. And
Yeah, you just roll with advantage there, Lilia.
Can
you
we
get,
say
like, 20
Callan's
feathers,
helping me?
Fairdale.
Hold on. How
Well,
many talons?
that's not good.
So two talons per creature. So With the 24, you can get both talons.
Okay.
12 is still high. Remember,
And then
10 is
20 feathers.
average.
Got that.
12 is average human doesn't know squat, so 12 is still above.
12, you can get the feathers and the talons, but not the vocal cord.
Okay, so she also gets 2 talons and 20 feathers for that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pluck
So
the harpy.
the DC for the feathers and the talons are 10. Vocal cords are 15.
These would probably make great arrows for anyone that doesn't use a bow.
Mm-hmm.
No
Can
one
I
uses the bow in our group.
And there's
Can
one
I
other thing you can get,
try-
but you haven't rolled high enough yet.
Can I try one more and then I'll leave the other three?
Yeah.
Because my survival is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yours is just like mine.
So roll with
Yeah, go for it.
advantage. 18 is better, so
18?
I get the.
18's much better, so you can get the vocal
Yep.
cords off that one.
Should I try another one?
Try as many as you want to try.
Yeah, I mean, I think out of everything, we want all of them looted eventually. Well, we can
Yeah.
figure out distribution later. So don't
No,
worry
I'm-
about only getting the materials for the one you're looting. We'll still distribute them.
No, I'm meaning, do you
share.
want me to still do it because of my survival, or
Yes, yours
'Kay.
is the same as
You
mine.
or
We both have
Curio
the highest.
can both
Yeah.
work through them. Yes.
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
20?
even if you roll
20
low, it's just as equal
So that
likelihood that I
was
would
this
roll low.
one.
20 gets all of that. Curio, you roll as well.
Do
for
I
the
get
one
the extra
you're
thing?
close to.
Yeah.
You get the vocal cords for that, yeah.
I thought you said there was one more thing, but we haven't rolled high enough
Oh,
yet.
nope. Nope.
Okay.
you
Not
don't.
there.
Are you looking for a crit
Uh,
for that?
Probably.
Curio got a 24, and that's not high enough.
It honestly may not be possible.
16, I get the vocal.
It is possible. It is possible.
Is it a 25?
Yes.
So
There's that one,
possible,
then
but
I'll let Lilia
extremely
handle the
unlikely.
other. So the two
So-
that we were close to, we got the vocal cords,
And
Lilia got the vocal cords from all of them except the first one.
Mm-hmm.
and here's my last one, which I do get the vocal
22.
cords on the last one.
Okay.
Yep.
So that
Okay.
is 6 normal
Those are
vocal cords in total,
dismembering.
Yep.
and then plus the Harpy Matriarch vocal cords, which are special.
Right.
So
And
5
then
normal, 1
feathers
Harpy.
and talons.
Yeah, so the normal vocal cords, normal harpy vocal cords are 2 golds each. The matriarch's is 10.
Now, what would we roll
And
to
then
find out about harpies?
Talons. 2, 4, 6, 8,
Um,
14
Nature?
talons.
History?
nature or history?
is my guess.
Probably. Yeah, nature would
Let's
be
see,
probably.
who has
21.
the highest?
So what
I have
are
a 6.
you trying to know?
Well, out of character, knowing about nests. So in character, we would need to know about the nest before trying to see if we can find said nest.
I would probably be looking for specifically. Did it look like it was a roaming band, or did it look like they were native to the area, that they might have a home here?
It looked like they were native to the area.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would have been what my check would have been, because that would have been my first thought. If we're attacked by birds, are they migrating or do they live
Mhm.
here?
Yeah. All I can say about this area is everything here is really bad, except the dog and the cat. Those were cute.
So
But
that-
birds, geesh.
This area is fairly dangerous.
Yep, there is something wrong
There's a
with
lot
this
of
area.
monsters in this area, specifically.
This area is tainted
Okay, so
to
how
be
much?
so close to
How much
druids.
were the talons and the feathers worth?
The talons are worth 5 silver each, and the feathers are worth 4 silver for a pound of feathers.
For
So-
how many feathers?
So like 20. So about
Okay.
4
Per
silver
pretty
for all
much.
20.
We ended up with 140 feathers total, assuming that we looted all of them
Yeah.
successfully for their feathers.
Yep.
Which I think we did.
So 4 silver per 20.
So 4 silver for each one we looted.
Yeah.
7.
So 28 silver. Okay. I have that all written down.
Need to find
Okay.
some hunters and some.
Find somewhere to trade them in, yeah.
Yep. I mean, like a druid's place.
Yeah.
Though they might be upset about us. I don't know. Birds, they would probably be upset about. Harpies.
Harpies, I
Harpies?
don't think so. And we left the Displacer Beast and the Blink Dog alone, so.
Yeah.
But the harpies
We did
attacked
light a
us.
tree on fire, and Saplin's gonna go and try to
Yeah, the tree is
save
still
the tree.
burning.
Yeah.
In fact, the tree next to it has started to catch as well.
Saplin is just desperately
Yeah,
trying to
there
put
was
out
a
the
blink
fire.
dog buff. A blink pump, rather.
We had an
So
encounter
what
with
are you doing to try and put this out?
I'm pulling out a cloth and trying to smother the fire. Just beat the fire.
Okay.
Because I don't have enough water.
At this point,
The
How
entire
those are
tree
there?
is
Yeah.
engulfed.
at this point,
Hmm,
I think the
it may be
trench
done for.
and separate area to just make sure the fire doesn't spread further is probably the best option.
Yeah, so
Probably
this,
put out the fire on the tree that it's just started
this
to catch
tree is
instead.
engulfed. This one, the branches have started to catch.
Okay,
I
yeah.
would
so
cut off
I'd
the
be-
branches and maybe knock the
I'd be
tree in
trying-
the opposite direction.
Yeah, try to just save what branches are not on fire
If
yet.
only we could have
Alright.
afforded that bottomless water skin.
I know, right? Ugh.
Or create water.
I
Yeah,
don't
nobody
have
has
it.
a create water spell.
I think I could, but I just don't have it.
Yep, you'd have to ready it for the day. So yeah, I think just protecting it to make sure that the fire doesn't spread at this point is our
The
only
best we
option.
can do. Yeah, so I'll use the wooden butter knife to cut off the branch that's on fire.
What about
Yeah, send out Pelipper.
Talon's Shatter Spell or Thunderwave?
To knock over the tree.
Try and like blow out the
That's-
fire.
That's a bad idea anyway because of what we have on our persons.
Okay.
Well, Thunderwave is an option.
Yeah,
Thunderwave is an option. Shatter is a bad idea.
Yeah, if you want to do Rule of Cool and let him try to Thunderwave to do it, go right ahead.
Loud.
I mean, I'd be all for that.
I'm reading it now.
It is
The
a force push.
sweeps out.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd say that's viable. Yeah, he's gonna cast Thunderwave. In order to put the whole tree out, I'd say he'd need to use a second level.
Because yeah, it's thunder damage, not lightning, so it is actually concussive force.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna use another one of his second level spells and cast Thunderwave at the tree. And I'm gonna have him roll.
You're trying to blow it out like a giant candle and not fan the embers to make it more of a
nope.
blaze.
Don't.
Yeah.
So with advantage, so 14. He gets most of it out. There is still some left over, but it would be much easier to put the rest out manually.
Okay.
I'm all for this.
So you guys are all like, oh, that was a lost cause. Let's just make a trench or whatever. And he comes over. What about this?
That's actually a Callan thing to do.
Yep.
And you guys are like, oh, that
Okay, that
My
works.
ears.
yeah. He had no words. You're like, ow.
Yeah, I guess that works. Sorry.
My bad. And so now it'll be much easier. So to put it out, the 21. Nate, wait. Roll to put out the rest of the fire.
Yeah. The
Roll what,
21 there,
survival?
I think, was
Just
for
the
the
D20.
Just a roll, just a straight d20.
Yeah. Looking for 13 or higher.
There you go.
Okay. 15 works.
yeah, the
So, yeah,
21
you can get the
nature
rest
was
of it.
for the nesty stuff, I think, is what that was
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
That was for knowing enough about the harpies.
Yep. So yeah, with a 15, you're able to get the rest of the fire out. This tree, although the fire is out, it is burnt to a crisp.
Poor tree.
Sorry, tree.
See if I can salvage some charcoal. Make it easier to start
Yeah.
fires later.
Roll another survival with advantage.
Because
Looking for more
having
than
a little
10.
bit every now and then is
Mm-hmm.
not too
Yeah,
bad.
it'll be pretty easy. So 11 or higher, and you can get some.
Just barely.
There you go. 18 is easy enough.
Yay. Charcoal and ash. We can make some lye later too. Make some soap.
Okay.
Just a
Anything
little
else
bit.
you guys would like to do?
Well, ash is a spell component. I can't think of anything else at this point.
Move them off all to the side of the road near the burnt tree.
Yep.
What's left of the carcasses, unless we want to have chicken. But I don't know how people feel about
Ugh.
eating
I
intelligent
don't think
creatures.
eating humanoid intelligent creatures does not seem wise. I don't like it.
Although I don't know if Morrow and Luna would complain.
That's true.
I still don't like the
Okay.
idea of eating harpies. No, thank you.
They're just chickens that can speak. That's all.
If you guys want to harvest the meat too, that is fine.
No,
I think
thank you.
everyone's decided
They're
no.
intelligent creatures, though.
I'm good.
Yeah.
No,
All right.
thank you. That just seems icky and wrong.
We draw the line there.
Have intelligent creatures.
Yeah.
Safi wanted to know
Alright.
if she knew about a home or something like that for them.
And San says, "Are you sure we can't go back for that blink dog? It was so cute."
No.
We're not fighting off whatever court those are part of.
All right.
That combination does not happen naturally.
Their
All right,
parents
so
or
we will go
guardians were
ahead
nearby.
and end it there for the night. We did go a little over, but we did start rather late as well. So
And we had everybody here who could stay a little bit late, except for
Yeah.
poor Safi, poor Fire. She's normally off eating by now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go make food in a minute.
Kinka says, "All the queen."
I'll drag the queen with us so that they can nom on the queen harpy. I'm good.
No, I'm good.
We're good.
All right. So thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for listening, and we will catch you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Meow. Yes.